chance. You goddamn crocodile! Go back to the fucking Florida! Go back to the Florida, you fucking crocodile!
What's up, everybody? Oh, wow. Is that actually showing up weird? Okay. Just making sure we're not black and white right now. We're like monochrome mindset right now. That said, what's up, everybody? Of course, it's Andrew Esquire here on the Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. Am I in black and white? Am I in black and white? Okay. Hold on. We're not trying to get funky here. What will I do? Let's see what I can do here. Restart my camera real quick, guys. So let's leave you with a little bit of a clip while I screw around with this. Let's do another intro here. Let's do a 30-second countdown. Perfect. That's what happens when I try to edit video at the last second before I go live. Anyways, of course, it's the Legal Mindset. We teach you to be your own judge, and maybe we teach you to, go black and white. Of course, I'm coming at you from Bangkok, Thailand, where it is 1:30 a.m. in the morning. But I thought this could not wait. I've got a lot of calls when I wake up tomorrow. So I said, you know what? It's better I do this now than later. So we'll get this out of the way now. This is going to be relatively shorter, but we'll see how long we end up going on it, because we're going to talk about a blacklist today, which is a pretty interesting topic. And I just saw this pop up, as well as some of the reaction and the kind of the right way to react to the situation when people push back against you or have different ideas. The first part of this, there are legal implications. The second part is partly legal, small illegal, but actually it's more about handling things professionally and the difference between handling things like a child and handling things like an adult. And I think when I'm watching people handle these issues, especially when I'm looking at others who are observing this more closely, it seems like some people are not handling things very, very well. They're handling things, in fact, quite poorly. So we're going to get into that today. Of course, we are on Rumble, and we are also on YouTube. And actually, let me get this out on X as well, so that everybody over there can have a chance to jump in here and join us. So impromptu live on the dangers of a Nijisanji hater blacklist. Awesome. So that'll go out to everybody on Twitter, and hopefully some more folks can join us from that. But other than that, no, I did not actually plan to go out to actually do this one. But after I kind of saw this blacklist, I said, no, I've got to talk about this now, because this is a chance to kind of spiral out of control. And there's some specific language in this blacklist that actually creates a legal risk, a true legal risk. Now, it's not yet at the like DEFCON level where they're firing off nukes, but it's pretty damn close, and it's pretty damn close to actually leading to potential defamation, which we're going to talk about tonight. Also, thank you, Mazrava Palma, for the 10 Legal Mindset memberships. Appreciate you very, very much, as well as everybody else who is jumping here and supporting me, and who has been supporting me over the past weeks. So let me give a little bit of update before we get into our main topic. Obviously, I've seen some pretty good memes. And as I was reviewing some of the accounts that are allegedly on the blacklist, which we're going to get to today, and I want to know whether you guys recognize accounts from this list or whether you don't. I did catch some good memes, and there's one here that I think is actually really good. You guys will probably enjoy this one. So this one right here is a nice Doki Bird meme. Let's play it.
We are not going to be fucking nesticles. Alright? No, I will never let you guys be nesticles. We are not going to be fucking
this
nesticles.
this one was pretty hilarious. I saw this one and I'm like, yep, that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good meme. Made me laugh. The Ing sock, just honestly, that was pretty good. That was kind of A tier meme. Meanwhile, the chat is like, rise up, nesticles. Speaking of rised up, base Tank Rat dropping it again with another 50 Legal Mindset membership. Thank you so much, Tank Rat, for coming out strong to support the channel. So we've had 60 memberships already off the bat, turning into a sea of green. And Tank Rat once again destroying my chat with the prompts of members getting added. So yeah, thank you for that, brother. I really, really appreciate that. The other thing is not so much a meme, but it's somebody screwing up and screwing up kind of in a big way. And that is, of course, our boy here, Vox Akama. I just noticed his post, and this post here is getting absolutely community noted, which is fantastic. So this is, Illyria Pandora saying, obviously this is after the message from Nijisanji En. Hi, everyone. Thank you for your patience during my absence. Myself and others are speaking out about the recent situation in 30 minutes. Fox said, thank you for your patience. The situation has been incredibly hard on all of us. We're going to share as much as we can in the stream, so please come on and watch if you can. And then boom, they got community noted by saying, by giving access to the private document to other parties, any color may be in violation of PEPEDA. And then here goes, Vox's accusation on selling recording him is not a crime in Canada since one-party consent. In response to this, members of the community have deemed Vox acting with malice. So I think some of this community note was there beforehand, but like it's kind of been updated. It's in its final form. So I just wanted to share that with you guys because I think this is a pretty hilarious note here. And honestly, it really is more than the court of public opinion. This is actually like it seems to be, right, a fact, right? So any color may be. That's true. May is the question. May, it's not been determined yet. Maybe it's possible. So that's what opened them up there. And it's good to just throw it out there that, hey, look, this is the liability. And this person, by speaking and saying that, triggered liability. So it kind of points the direct finger to Vox to liability under PEPEDA, right? So that finger's pointed back there clearly. So I like the community note. Definitely backs up what I said about risk, right? He created this risk. This risk was entirely created by him saying the words thoroughly, right? If that was never mentioned, if thoroughly was never mentioned, wouldn't be a problem. It would not be a problem at all. So yeah, that's what's going on there. So let's jump into, now that I think I've gotten pretty much everybody online here. Let me jump into the main topic, which I want to talk about this blacklist. Now, I saw this blacklist as I was kind of looking around and I was checking out information on some updates and things that were happening. And I found out that the Niji fans have created a blacklist. So this is something that can be very dangerous because when you go down the road of creating a blacklist, the problem is you have a lot of risk of a couple things happening. And we're going to get into this with covering the actual list in a second. But when you create a naughty list, right, you have the risk of putting someone on the naughty list that perhaps doesn't want to be on the naughty list. You have the risk of guilt by association. So if one person on the list did something bad, and maybe they did something justifiably bad, the other people on that list may be implicated along with them, particularly if you're listing them off and it's not really clear what, when one thing stops and another thing starts, right? There can be problems. There can be issues with creating a blacklist. And the biggest thing is this opens up a lot of potential for defamation. If you're listing reasons, if you're telling people why, and it's untrue, you're going to create some issues. And beyond that, this whole fight, oftentimes, it starts with Nijisanji and Doki Bird, but where this ends and where the problems really rise is when fans may initiate something with another fan. So now you have fans, which may be in the same country, right? For example, none of this has anything to do with the US, right? Nothing to do with America. But you could have an American Nijisanji fan have an issue with somebody who is in America. Let's say with Asmongold. Let's say they swat Asmongold. and something happens, right? Well, now there's a separate issue. Now you've created a separate issue, criminal and civil liability, that is separate and apart from the Doki Bird and Nijisanji stuff. So this is where these things tend to spiral. This is where the problems come out. So I wanted to kind of step ahead and maybe as a professional, just with a voice of reason. And this is actually trying to, I hope that some Nijisanji fans see this and can, like, you know, back their fellows off the ledge. But when you start going down a road of trying to get justice, trying to have retribution, right? That can be a problem. Now, I'm not saying that's what they're all wanting to do. In fact, it seems like most people here just want to block people on social media, which is fine. You're allowed to do that. But I would be very, very careful about making disparaging remarks and also leaving comments about who did what, because you're going to see how this can be an issue. So without further ado, let's just go to the blacklist, okay? So here is the blacklist. Now there's no sound on this, so I'm not going to turn on the sound here. But essentially what we have here is apparently a list that I guess Kyomaru, that apparently Kyo sent out at some point. And they do start this list with a kind of a little bit of a disclaimer here, which says, if you're Hollow fans or simply Niji antis, feel free to support these artists and drama tubers. So this is supposed to be a list of drama tubers, clippers, indies, merchants, everything else, right? For me, or at least a lot of Niji fans, we are just respecting artists' wishes who refuse to work for Niji or take any commissions related to Niji. We are making a list of who to avoid in social media because there's nothing good coming from dwelling in negativity and toxicity. If you're telling me that's bad, you have to put up with harassment and hates from us. Well, I don't know what to say. Peace. Now, I want to address this real quick before we get into it. If this is all, that's not so bad, right? That's actually not that bad. The problem is when you start to list the reasons for it and you start to list the accusations, those accusations might as well be good. I'm not saying that you should put up with harassment. If you feel like you're harassed by anybody, it's your right to block people on social media. If you don't want negativity and toxicity, you can block people on social media. That's your prerogative. You get to choose who you want to listen to. Now, I like to listen to a broader list of people, but not everybody likes to listen to people that might disagree with you. So if you want to block people, that's fine. You can go ahead and block people. But here's the thing. They don't just stop making a simple list. If they just listed a bunch of names and they didn't give any reasons, that would be one thing. But the problem is they started giving reasons. And if these reasons are accurate, that could, if it describes a crime, be defamation. Also, if it describes a business and it's disparaging towards that business, that can be potential a form of business defamation or business disparagement, right? So you have to be very, very careful about where you go. And actually, one of the first things they start with is actually something that could be defamation, which really got me worried reading this. So this is a disclaimer. I did not make this list myself. A lot of input is from Niji fans, and I just make the compilation here and double check by looking up the evidence tweets. So this person is already trying to kind of hedge here. So they start out with one that is pretty strong. So this one is actually a big problem. First and foremost, block this person. One of the most disgusting people in the community, a two-faced person who talks trash in any color, Nijisanji, Alira Vox. Retweet revenge prawn of Alira and making fun of her. So I'm going to highlight this real quick. We're going to go back to it. But they're still replying to Niji Livers tweets acting like goody two-shoes. Now, I'm not going to click on this person's Twitter. I've checked it. It does have some adult art, right? So that's there. But what I want to say that people should be very careful of, and this is advice to everybody, whether you are a Niji anti or a Niji stan, you need to be very, very careful. You need to be very careful when you accuse somebody of a crime. In most countries, revenge prawn, and I guess I'm saying prawn like the prawn, but because I don't like to say it's too early. We're 15 minutes in, right? That is a crime. This is now a crime in most places. So you should think very carefully if what you're saying is an actual crime or if it's not, right? And what I am going to throw out there is hentai may be distasteful, but it probably doesn't meet the statutory definition of that crime in most jurisdictions. So it can be distasteful, it could be disgusting, it could be whatever you want it to be, right? You could say they're doing very distasteful hentai, but it's not actually going to meet the definition of that crime in almost all jurisdictions. That crime is very, very specifically defined. By the way, we're already limited. We're already limited in monetization. So please smash the like button. Please share this out with people because we're already struggling because I mentioned this so early in the stream. Oh man, it's so great. So this is great. That is great. We're already demonetized. But anyways, this is my big issue here. And the other thing is that now everybody else here, GG for monetization, guys. GG in the chat. Pakora's monkey in the chat for monetization. Okay. Pakora's monkey for monetization. Just drop a couple monkeys up in here. I'm gonna pop a couple in the chat myself because feeling monkey. I'm feeling monkey like right now. All the chat is lagging. All right, there we go. I think that should post. Okay, cool. So the problem is that when you say a crime, now you've got potential defamations. This person can bring defamation, but beyond that, everybody else in this list, are they associated with that? Are you implying they're doing that? No, I don't actually think they're doing that. I do not think they're implying that everybody is doing this sort of thing, is sending out revenge prawn. But that said, it's very dangerous to make these lists and put these reasons because there's an implication, right? And this implication can be misinterpreted. So be very, very careful when you make an accusation and make sure that it's true, especially if you're accusing them of a crime. And this is indeed a crime. So look, my suggestion to the person who makes this list is just list the names, right? If you want to say this is a list of people you should probably block, just put the names and everybody can go and do their own research. And if you want to have an explanation, make it very short and very simple. But honestly, it's better to just make a list. Be like, here's a list and just put names. And they do that, but not enough. Asmaramoon, Deadbeat Hunter says rip monetization. Yeah, that was quick. That's a new land speed record on monetizing the stream. Spectre Von Baron says, has anyone infected you with Bebo's Narizzler meme yet? I have not. Do I need to look this up? Narizzler? Bebo? Sticking your gat out for Narizzler? Okay, let me see. How long is this? Okay, it's like 14 seconds. So you know what? I'll play the Narizzler clip just because you're a cool dude. So we'll play this one. Play this one real quick. It's 14 seconds. Thank you. I definitely needed that in my life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Spectre. I don't know what I would have done without that. Appreciate you. All right. And then let me get this back. Here we go. And then we got Setdrill said, High Legal Mindset can't stay. Watch the VOD later, but have my demonetization tax to keep up the good work. Thank you so much for 50 euros. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thank you for supporting my channel. And I also want to say thank you to really everybody who's been supporting my channel, because this is really giving me inspiration to do so much more and to put in more effort. Working hard is something I enjoy, but because I know I'm bringing valuable information, that just makes me want to give that more. Arcus 205, thank you so much for being a member. And Robert Stoll, welcome as a member. And welcome to the BLM Basic Mindset. Invader Talk, member for 2 months, says manual blocking is whatever. Auto blockers, wussy. Yeah, and look, I block people that are negative. I'm gonna be honest. If somebody is just negative and they have nothing to add, I'm gonna block them. If they've got zero value to add and especially if they're trying to clout jack or clout chase or whatever, I drop them. But that's an individual choice. I choose to do that individually. I don't go on somebody else's list of who to block and not block. I make my own choices like a big boy. And I think most people can do that. They're adults that can choose when to block somebody or not. I mean, in most cases. Now, I get if you want to buy some sort of commission or you want to take a commission. I get that. If you're a Niji fan and you want to make Niji art, you want to make Niji commissions, and there's an artist who says they're not taking Niji commissions, okay, maybe a list is fine. But there's some potential problems here. I mean, Blade says it. Fan blacklist is ridiculous in general. Corpos can cause they're more reasonable. Depends on the situation. My honest opinion. No, it can get out of control with these fan lists. Speaking of liking and subscribing, I have had to subscribe to you 3 times. Why does YouTube do this? Unfortunately, guys, YouTube does not like me. So they really like to unsubscribe people. Please just make sure you're subscribed and ding the bell for notifications and turn the notifications on, because they really, really, really do not like people learning about my channel. And they do not like people learning about my content. You can also subscribe to my Twitter, or also check out my locals, where I post most of these notices every single time. And from what I understand, the local notices almost always go out. So you guys should get that if you're on either one of those platforms. So just a little FYI. Although I am just putting up the locals right now for tonight, but that's what happens when it's 2:00 in the morning. Things get a little bit behind. But that said, we've got, I like the Spike Man says Niji sisters mad about posting Alira's hentai and call it revenge porn. Mori gets minutes long beast AI and is just like, you can do what you do, but find Jesus. I like that though. I like that response. It's like, yo, you do you, but y'all need some mental help. Like, please check into a clinic, right? But like, you do you, you do you. If that's what you really want to do, it's going to make you happy. It's going to make you, satisfied. Go ahead and do it. But you need help. You need help. Big Leo 3036 says, adding to the demonetization tax. Thank you so much, Big Leo. Appreciate that, for chipping in the demonetization fund, because we are so yellow right now. So thank you for the yellow. And NZ for 10 says, I mean, they consider that revenge carp is there's some for every VTuber and anime character out there. By the way, I want to ask, what's your favorite 40K army? That would probably be Custodes. The Custodes are super fucking cool. Really like the Custodes. All right. So let's get into their list. Let's get into who's on the list, shall we? I'm making a list. I'm banning them twice. I want to know who's naughty or nice. Well, obviously they took this one from Kyo, right? So this was Kyo's list. So obviously Kyo was numero uno. And somebody asked their guest. No, this is not a guest stream. This is just me solo streaming for a while. It's not going to be a super long one. We are going to review a video from Nux a little bit later. It's actually Nux reviewing Rev. And I really wanted to comment on that. I actually DM'd Nux and I was like, dude, I really appreciated your tone in this, because I think he, in his joking way, he actually came out with a good video and was actually surprisingly mature. And I was actually shocked. So I want to talk about that later. So Kyo, drama tuber, the one who stirs the situation the most, admitted he hates Nijisanji and is biased, screenshot deleted tweet. So he tweeted out, I hate Nijisanji, right? Which, look, this can be very much true, but even the people who have a bias or have a leaning, you have to evaluate, is what they're saying true or not? And look, if they're lying, they're lying. If it's telling the truth, they're telling the truth. So is it true? Is it not true? Is the information that Kyo's put out true or not true? If it's not true, then okay, it's not as valuable. But sometimes folks can be biased. Very true. Why is Asmund gold in the thumbnail? You're about to find out, Lynn. Please have some patience. Please have some patience. We're getting to our boy. Right? So you've got this, and this was, by the way, he was responding to this saying, can you stop acting like this is new information and talents are all grown adults who consensually sing to contract and knew what they're getting into. Stop using Selen or any of the livers to something. And then he responded, just, I hate Nijisanji, right? Which might have been more of a guttural reaction. And then also, Mazra Palma said, thank you for the nice background for my evening crochet. Oh, no problem. My pleasure. I'm happy to be helping out here. So fall side, look at this. Drama tuber, scum of the earth number 2. So false is scum of the earth number 2. I mean, okay. Once again, these descriptions are close to getting in trouble. Yes, this is not accusing him of a crime. Yes, it's not defamation. But I mean, it's gonna lead to bad things. Like when people see this, right? When people see this, the Niji army is gonna come for people, right? Well, number one is Kyo. So number one is Kyo, right? So number two is False Eyed, right? Apparently. So it's targeting people, telling people come for these guys, like come for their heads. It's not great. Especially to rank them. It's kind of negligent. Dream It You, YouTube Dream It You. I don't know their Twitter and said on community posts they don't want to support Niji anymore. You know what's funny? So I actually went and checked this channel. So I tried to find some of these channels like, okay, well, where's their anti-Niji post? I literally went, and I'll show you guys. I went to their channel here. This is Dream It You channel. First of all, they're not even that big of a channel, right? But I couldn't even find the post. I'm like, where's their anti-Niji's post supposed to be? I couldn't even find it on their latest videos. I was like, I don't know where it's supposed to be. So, I mean, they said community tabs. Let's go over there real quick. There's a post about the Oshi, right? Like, okay. What a great way to wake up. So they posted the contract. But I mean, then Kyo's graduation, but once again, that's all you're going to cancel them for is that? It's kind of weak. And once again, you're putting this under the same list that you put people who had revenge prawns. So, I mean, I don't know. Are those equivalent? I don't think so. All right. So who's next? We got Tectone. What the hell did Tectone do? Well, apparently Tectone is actively riling up the hate. And after a Black Box stream, he tweeted, I love how Nijisanji's response was, please respect everyone but Selin, calling Any Color a shit company in the stream a smear campaign. Okay. Well, let's see what the actual statement is here to make sure that's backed up. I think we've got, did I pull up Tectone? Yeah, there he is. Okay. So, okay. There's this tweet. I love how Niji's response was, please respect everyone, but Selin, what a shit company. It's borderline a blatant smear campaign at this point. I mean, he said borderline, it's a little bit of a caveat, but listen, obviously he doesn't like Niji, right? Obviously doesn't like Niji. But once again, it's directed at the company, not the livers, not the talent. So there's nothing saying that he doesn't like necessarily all the people, but just the company itself. So we're canceling Tectone now. Tectone is out. Okay, so we're moving on. And let's go over here. We've got Moist Critical. Moist Critical, Penguin Zero. Right? So Moist Critical, I think had one video. I was searching. I was like, so you're gonna cancel him for doing one video? I feel like that's really not that much. And once again, what was his video? It's like, this evil company is starting to collapse. Okay. I guess anytime they call it evil, it's like you're canceled, whatever. 2.4 million views. Obviously, he's got a huge channel. I mean, he's got like 16 million subs or 14 million subs. So obviously he's got a shit ton of subs, right? But one video on the issue. And I actually have to scroll down to get it. I mean, he's talking about what to do when an alpha male insults you. Okay. So like, I mean, come on, this is like, you have to scroll down here. It's kind of buried. It's not the prime content for covering this. Not even close. So next, and actually I'll share the window here. It'll be much easier to do. You've got Something in Ordinary Games, Munahar, okay? And then Asmongold. So Lynn, that's why Asmongold's on the thumbnail. Asmongold is listed right here. Once again, Asmongold did what? Let's go over and check Asmongold's channel, right? What did he do? He did like one video on this. Nijisanji is cooked. One video. Maybe he did two? Was there two maybe? But obviously the bro is doing a lot of the stuff. Okay, couple over here, 2, 3 on that. And that's his shtick. That's his shtick. Guys, I don't think, 3, maybe 4. But once again, he's doing a bunch of videos. So it's not like that's all he's focusing on. So when you say like these people are just focusing on aiding Nijisanji, no, what Asmongold does is he looks at what topics are trending, or rather, he doesn't even do it. His company does it, or his editor does it. They look for what topics are trending, and he just comments on whatever's trending. So whatever's trending is just comment. Same thing with Morse Critical, right? You know, and I don't think all of these people are necessarily equal. So when you put them on a list, when you go and you create your kind of list here, and you're putting all these people together, you're comparing false with Asmongold. Well, they're not exactly one for one. Same with Dreamachu, who doesn't even have a freaking video. They've got a couple community tab posts. So it's apples and oranges, really. Right? This is on, by the way, this is on reentry.co/bandwagon list. I'll post a link in the chat a little bit later. All right, you guys will get that. Anybody can pull that up. So you got a Hero High, who's actually a friend of mine. He's been on a stream with me on Flashcast talking about anime. And I saw one of his videos on this. Now he's got about 4 or 5 videos here. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like 5 or 6 or whatever. But point is, so he's got a couple. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 videos, and then he's got some of the 8, 9. Okay, so he's got about 9. So he's got more 9, 10, maybe. Okay, but he covered me. I'm in this one, right? Streamer attacks Dokubird and gets destroyed by lawyer. That was good. Good job, homie. Good job, homie. Good move. Good video. Okay. You know, but he's covering the news, right? Covering the news. And then you've got Coefficient, Evan IT0, Kenji. So all these people are thrown together in the one big pot, and they're all drama tubers, clippers, YouTubers, and streamers. They're all thrown together in that pot. And I didn't get the list, guys. I did not get the list. Objection emojis in the chat, because I did not get on the list. I am sad. Listen, all these people calling me a drama tuber or whatever, and I didn't even make the drama tube list. I'm actually very sad. Well, actually, maybe they realize that. Maybe they realize that I'm actually giving objective analysis, which is actually good. But I did not make the drama tuber list. Artists and merch. Yes, and other people who did not make this, no DN, no Rev, no Kirsch. Yeah, no. A lot of people are not on that list. Base Pony Girl Rima was not happy she didn't get a list as well. Yes, my girl. She's very, very sad about that. Can't believe you're not on there. SMH, no honor. Yes, you have no honor. Thanks for the list of people to subscribe to. You're welcome, Ashino. You're welcome. Can we get Kirsch back? Best collab? No, she'll be back in the future. Don't worry, guys. I love to collab. So especially one-on-ones, because I feel like we get deeper. Tech Daddy says this list is hilarious. A good chunk of these people, if they lose anybody, this will be less of a drop in the water in their sea of subs and followers. Exactly. Dude, if people are unsubbing to Asmongold or Moist Critical, I'm not even sure they notice. Their followers are in the millions. Like they lose 100 subs, 100 Niji sisters. It's not gonna bang them up too much. And Pete says this is just a list of people we should sub to. Good point. We should also sub to my channel. Make sure you still sub, guys, and ding that bell. Rogue said bookmarks that Alira hentai anyway. Oh no, bad Rogue. Bad. Hold on. We've got a reaction for this.
Disgusting.
Thank you. How is Alira's revenge prawn is owned by Niji? Yes, exactly. That's the whole point. You can't revenge prawn is of a person. You can't revenge prawn an IP. That's like saying you're revenge prawning Laura Croft or Tifa, right? God help the Italian Senate, right? I mean, they're going to be with the new Tifa. They're going to be dismissed for a whole month. It's like, we are out the session. We have a little bit of things to do. Lots of espresso, ciao, bella. And just boom, poof of smoke. They're out of there, right? But that's That said, oh man, it's too funny. It's too funny. Guys, smash the like button out there if you're liking this content. This is absolutely, it's always fun. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. As for Coefficient, the dude is the most wholesome YouTuber out there. We were surprised he didn't say anything about it because of that. Yeah, and I don't think many of these people have made these crazy statements. I don't think they're going out there saying we need, like, they're not all saying sink the yacht. Now, some of them are. I've caught some of them hashtag sink the yacht. Some of them have. I went and checked, but most of them are not that level of support. Most of them are not out there going full dragoon. These are just content creators or artists or, you know, YouTubers that may have had one or two videos against Nijisanji. My main problem with this IMO is adding the ads. That will be the main direct endorsement to harass. Yes, and it's kind of, it can be a problem. I get that you're allowed to block people, but I really think you should do it one by one. Really should do it one by one. Koei is the biggest slap to the face. That guy has been supporting Niji for years. That's how you know they're shooting from the hip. Yep, and then even Inubitan says it's crazy Koei's on the list where most he said simply that he wasn't going to react or watch Niji clips until he feels they fix things up. How is that bad? How is that bad? That the guy has some standards for the company. He's going to hold the company accountable. Really? You're gonna have a problem with that? Cthulhu says one of my friends is on the list twice. Ooh, nice. In Music and Fiction says, and yet, like 1980s Howard Stern, people will go to folks on the list because they want to hear what they'll say next. Ban list equal backfire. Streisand effect, baby. Streisand effect. All right, so let's look at this. Sazen X. By the way, these are all, you know, people, artists they think you should block. So obviously, once again, these are artists that you probably can buy from. Openly supporting Doki and said they're moving on from Nijisanji. Spilled that Ina and Kyo were supposed to do a cover. So this was, I guess, was secret. I don't know. And she was supposed to be the artist and excused it because I didn't sign an NDA, so it's fine. Thanks for the tip, Anoni. Well, yeah, if you don't sign an NDA, you don't have to keep things. You don't have to keep things quiet. That's the whole point. If you want somebody to keep stuff quiet, make them sign an NDA. That's kind of why you do that. So, you know. Also, you could pay your people, right? Here's one of the problems is that if Nijisanji is not paying these vendors, they're probably not getting the NDAs. They're probably not getting the agreements, right? So is this somebody that was paid by Nijisanji or just doing fan art? I don't know. At Shuko literally said they're just hate writing and they did the Alira Vox revenge porn. Okay, so right here, you have it again, guys. This artist has been accused of a crime now. So this artist, by the poster, by the original poster, has now accused this person of a crime. That's defamation, right? Okay, so they've accused them of creating something that is illegal, right? So this is very important. The tweet and arts are deleted. I have no screenshot of it because I never seen it and never want to add it. Also, he apologized later on. But you have just committed business defamation if it's not true. If this is not true, that is business defamation. So once again, because this person is an artist or merchant, they make money from this business. You don't want to do that. Just say, they could have just deleted this and say, don't follow this person, right? Why not just do that? If that's what you want to do, just don't say this, right? It's my advice. Once again, if you're going to create a list, think smart about it. Arilla Graphics, she does wiggly emotes and merchandise. Stopped making Niji stuff. She said it'll be the last time she will never sell Niji merch again and added a no thank you. So if it backfires, then fuck her. Okay, I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion, but once again, not looking good. Doesn't look great. Mofu merch posted an announcement, chose to cease support for, quote unquote, the organization. The organization? What is this? Secret society? One Inner Evil says Depressed was also offended he didn't make the list, and Evan is the same as Koei. Yeah, there you go. So let's see. Lemon Werewolf says, in light of the recent news, I am having a sale on all my Niji merch because I would like to clear my stock. What's wrong with having a sale? You're literally canceling this person for having a sale. What's wrong with that? right? So what is wrong? What is wrong with that? Okay. Chuchums says discontinuing Nijisanji and merch. Okay. Canceling them for that. Bishi Pro discontinuing creating new fan fiction for Nijisanji because unable to align with companies that do not hold the same practices and standards. Okay. Stop. Shiba Ryu says decided to stop producing on the GR merch. Selling is their Oshi. So the choice of Oshi is relevant here. Oh boy. Savisa Vichan. Well, obvious, and by the way, obviously, if you were dedicating your artistry towards a IP that is no longer active, that's you kind of got to shift, right? You're gonna move around, you're gonna change. So oh god. So the artist who worked on Sellen's last cup of copy, you know the story, in support of Doki, but still liking Niji Livers. So this person, SA vis-a-vis Chan, right? SA vis-a-vis Chan. This person is still a positive person. They're not a negative person. They actually still like Nijisanji Livers. All they did was make the music video. And you're gonna put them on the list for targeting here. And once again, the problem is you're stacking a person like this who really hasn't done anything wrong up against a person who you're literally accusing of revenge porn. Just understand you're putting these people in the same list. This is what the problem is. Now, I'm not saying that, look, it's clear that they're giving an explanation of what this person did here. They're trying to give an explanation, but it just creates a bad look and it creates an impression for that business that, oh, these businesses are all associating with people who create revenge porn. It's not a good general scheme for this. Chuami and Ceramic Guts called Niji loser. Mazrova Palma said that Blacklist is quite unhinged reasoning. Yeah, this is pretty like unguided here. Once again, Dragon Harpy says this is more like a follow list than a blacklist. I shudder to think what would happen if they find the RE4 site. These are pretty petty reasons to block, extraordinarily petty reasons. We want Niji to do better. Why do Niji transfer fast? Well, I get why they have a strong commitment. And I get that they may have some of those livers, some of those people that were on the message from Nijisanji En, they may be their Oshis or their main booze. But I mean, you should be very careful, like I said, when you're creating the list, even if you care a lot about this. Chrome 56 says, love you, big boss. I recommend a tipsy Cali can't stop reading and laughing nonstop at joke super chats. You won't regret it. Okay, I will watch it in my off time. Thank you, Horn. Also, Lone Star Medic says PNG channel name when. It's going to be on my second channel, which is called The Legal Mindset, but I'm rebranding it. I may even rename it. We'll see. But for now, that's where it will be eventually. There's nothing on there right now. So there's nothing for you to see here, kids. Keep moving. But eventually it will be on that website. Or that channel. Now I will do some major stuff on this channel using the Pink Tuber, but everything on that channel, everything will be on that. So that's going to be consistent. Okay. Uchusagi will not be restocking or creating future merch. I assume they mean Nijisanji. Kamaniki discontinued Niji merch. No longer support Niji. Blocked the Lira. Oh no, they blocked the Lira. Queen Camel, Camellia IV, says she will not be working with any livers associated with Nijisanji moving on. Well, fans are not livers, so Wizard Journey discontinued, will not be restocking. Mr. Salty Watskin says we'll delete his Niji arts as making fun of Nijisanji on Enriku Tazume's video tweet. Chuchugo says I'm retiring all my Niji fan merch, won't be restocking. A cup of CAW coffee or a cup of coffee says they will not produce any Niji merch and the current merch will be sold very cheap at Con. Spider Kaku, never going to subscribe, follow, or draw Niji-san members. Wisticlips says they will not be accepting anything Niji related and also Doom posting about Niji En. Okay, I kind of want to see the Doom posting. Let me open that in a new tab and just check it in a second. Ganymede VT, in light of the new news, he's going to sell the merch. I won't be selling it online. I want them anywhere good. Now, this is a little bit better because it is a quicker description. For example, Why not just do this for everybody? Like UU6, just put this, just be like, oh yeah, merch, they sell merch, Matcha Capricorn, Cutie Bunny, Batty Wanderer won't draw once Oshi out of Niji, Slime Papariba, artist drops Niji, Beta non-beat says Mufu merch affiliated artist, Panoni drop Niji merch, Kuri-chan merch, Strong Moist NSFW artists, so careful. They're not against Niji 100%. Wait, why careful? Maybe because you don't want to be careful opening them, I guess. They're not against Niji 100%. So they said what Niji official did is good, but they have a Doki PFP. So take it as you will. So because their profile page has Doki, actually, let me look that one up. I know it's not safe for work, but you know, your boy lives dangerously. Your boy lives dangerously here. Let's see. Can I open this without getting banned off of YouTube? Oh boy. I wouldn't be able to scroll down, put it that way. I would not be able to scroll down because it's super not safe for work. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. And let's see here. Let's go back to the list. Vessel for Art. If anyone remembers, they're Anon, where Vox Ikalira were reading scripts and Doki SN on the floor in a suit in a background with some cult shit happening. This is your guy. So I guess he made one anti-Niji art and he's on the bland list. Risuri, an indie artist, liked a bunch of Doki's tweets and art. Haven't seen Niji art unless I missed it, but said Niji supremacy in the past. That sounds kind of Niji supremacy. I mean, you sure it's not a Pippa quote there? Niji supremacy. Anyways, Weenie Desu says, artists who worked with SLN, not Niji, not paying them on time. Someone on NYFCO thought the reason why these things happen only to SLN fan artists is because SLN never told management until the last minute for comms, etc. But I don't know. What's SLN again? Guys, chat. What does SLN stand for? I don't know what SLN stands for. Can you guys fill me in? Anyways, last one here is Zivian Ramirez, artist, wants Rosemary to either graduate or not be part of Bully Livers. Oh, Selen, thank you. So SLN, Selen. Thank you, guys. Guys rock. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you.
Fighting monkey とかさ。
Appreciate y'all. All right. Worst thing is at Suoko was an art of Vox Akuma after he made the Niji announcement. That's it. You're canceled for one art. You are canceled now for one art. It's too much. It's one art too much. Where can I apply to be on this list? I want to be listed on it as you. That's why. I got you. Just, we're going to tell you, hey, people who made the list, this is from Einhander.
Fuck you.
Are you sure this isn't a VT post? No, it's not. Do you think you and the other lawyer aren't on the list because your credentials undermine their coping and defense? Yeah, probably. And honestly, look, I know some people may accuse me or other people of bias or whatever, but frankly, I've been very, very fair on this. I've also been honest about the relative probability of there being a lawsuit here. And I think I'm on the same page as most of the other competent lawyers who have commented on this, or competent professionals, where a lawsuit is unlikely here. A lawsuit is unlikely. But there are legal considerations. And this is what happens in a crisis. What happens in a crisis is it's not always a lawsuit. It's all the consequences. This is a consequence of a fandom battle that continues, right? This is an offshoot. And what happens is crazy shit starts happening because fans go after other fans. That's when shit goes off the rails, right? It's not going to be the lawsuit. It's going to be the criminal charges from somebody committing arson on somebody's stockpile of Vox Akuma body pillows, or, when they go after the Doki Bird merge, whatever, right? It's going to be the other things that come from this. That's going to be where there's more likely to be issues. So, okay, indies, corpos, and other, and etc. By the way, I appreciate all y'all in the chat. Blacklist speedrun meta. Need you bad. Very much true. Also, Cthulhu, welcome as a member. Appreciate y'all. Jurgen says it's so nice of them to make a list of like-minded people I should check out and support. Very practical. Very practical. If they put LM on that list, equal 39 IQ or below, indeed. Yes. It's specifically put on there by 39 IQ because she's like, he called me out for being dumped by a white guy. Whatever it is. Zacho Person says, I could see why you're not in this list compared to them. You have not done anything to Niji. No, I really haven't. And frankly, look, I hope Niji turns it around. I mean, I'm not going to make any predictions here that that's going to happen anytime soon. But I mean, obviously, I hope corporations clean it up. And I'm hoping that this attention that we brought to it, the attention that professionals have given to this, actually calls this into question. I hope when they see, I hope Nijisanji, I literally hope that they notice that there was a lawyer, in fact, multiple lawyers, there was a PR professor, right? Actually, two professors, right? That were commenting on this, and everybody united, everybody in the business, PR, legal world says this was a huge fuck up. For everybody who's looked at this and has any shred of respect for themselves as a professional has looked at Nijisanji and said, this is bad. We should do better. And only a person who is so fragile cannot take that, or a corporation that is very fragile could not take that. And certainly, honestly, I think Nijisanji can take that better than the fans can. I think the biggest problems seem to be coming from the fans. So far, Nijisanji has been relatively restrained. They haven't made any other unhinged comments so far. Let's continue with this list. Indies and Corpos. Muujin. So he is that Genshin wannabe VTuber calling for Vox's graduation under Kyo's tweet, made a tweet about Vox, Alira, and Ike disregarding privacy. Well, this is actually true. So this is actually community noted. I showed you Vox Akuma has been community noted as potentially violating privacy. So him leaving a comment about it is accurate. It's factually accurate. That's not a good, not a good reason. Overall vocal about hating Niji live, especially Vox. Well, once again, people are allowed to like who they want to like and not like who they don't want to like. Part Lexnot says, just giving up Vox, Alira, and Ike pro tip after Blockbuster stream. So he gave one pro tip and he's banned. Okay. CYU VTuber says, telling Nijisanji to do better. Oh, how dare he say do better? How dare he say do better? Come on. Made a video about Niji without research. Oh, he didn't do any research. Got a source from 4chan. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Then threw all of his Niji friends under the bus when back when Sellen's issue was at the highest peak by talking about he almost decided to join Niji, but then they wanted him to stop voice acting with little to no details. Scarlet unfollowed him out later on. Well, those are his personal opinions and his experience. So yeah, I mean, he's entitled to that. Irish Major Tom says, I think Niji supporters are more on the up in arms over the fact that Shuko made art of Alira in a loving scenario with men of certain persuasions, poking fun at Nijisanji being a black company. Once again, this is what they were accusing them of, but they're calling that revenge porn. And I know this is going to hurt some people's feelings, but it is not revenge porn when your favorite waifu gets art made of them. This is something, look, it's a fact out there that everybody is going to have some naughty AI art that's made of them. Okay. Like everybody is going to have some naughty AI art. If it's the internet, it's all out there. Okay. Just accept that. You got to, the quicker you accept that, the better you'll do. Right. The quicker you accept that, the better you'll do. When you just accept, okay, there's going to be some naughty stuff out there on the internet. Oh, trust me, the legal mindset rule 34 is, let's not even go there. Domo Arigato thinks it's weirdo, shaded Nijisanji. Also, tweet shady stuff to Aruvin, who is allegedly supposed to be the fourth crisis member, about Nijisanji. Also, some of this stuff is implying like breach of contract and other things. So these, once again, close to business disparagement if you're talking about leaking and other things going on, damaging contracts. So this stuff is pretty dangerous to give these definitions. I would just, once again, if you're going to have a list, just make a list you don't need to go in everything. Hammer Schemas, the Height CEO, says discontinue to Height collaboration and support Doki. So Height is now canceled. Rakima supporting Doki. Cage VTuber liking Sink the Yacht and Fall Sides Doki tweet comparing Alira and Doki subs. I like it. Chloe for 5 Canadian says, can I go on the list too? I don't like Nijisanji as well. Everybody wants to be on the list now. Like everybody wants to be on the list. Oh, I like this. I like this meme though. I like this meme. Think the yacht, absolutely. It's funny. It's just funny. Like, what's wrong with liking a funny meme? I like all sorts of memes. Dreamcatcher says, good evening, Andrew. Hey, good evening, Dreamcatcher. Hope you're doing well. I'll be getting some dreams too soon because it's 2:29 a.m. Dragon Harpy VT says, can fans hinder Niji's attempt to salvage their rep? I think that may be what the biggest damage to Niji may be by their own fans in their misguided attempt to block. Just let it die. It'll be better for everybody. And I got that one from Chloe. Cool. All right. Double Love says for VTuber says he just tweeted sink the yacht. So a single sink the yacht is enough. So actually, sorry, sink the motherfucking yacht. Right? Not just the yacht, the motherfucking yacht. You know? Because whenever it's a motherfucker, you know it's it only got, look, this tweet only had 4,000 views, 200 likes. It's not even that big. It's just a small tweet, right? But that one tweet is gonna get you canceled. Seems pretty petty to me. And looking at some of these other tweets, they only got like a couple hundred likes. Maybe some of them even got like less than 100 likes. So these are not massive things. These are things that are pretty small. But I guess people are really finicky about when they cancel people, when they don't cancel people. I like this one. I don't know, but they got followers. Ara Rats Grace says, calling Ina a bully, Vox subs Vox loses sub, much deserved. Has liked negative tweets. Don't buy this to Kodo's mental health. Tweet like buy bitch LMAO. Also, she retweets and tweets too much. Just look at the account, you'll know. Hard to dig up old ones, especially when they subtweet. Lama Samavit. By the way, guys, fair warning. If you're looking at this list, some of these are NSFW and adults. So just understand that when you open some of these are adults. So just be careful. That's all. Or open them at your own risk if you like to live dangerously. Just, you know. Suki Luna YT, Leo for memes. These are all for memes. Leo, Shinny, right? Nix Cambodia, Kuro Tasuda, Lord Mollington. These are all memes. Solo Blade VA, Oda Sadoshi. I don't know, but they were an Alira member. Grave Power, Celeste, Azure Wolf, Big Banana. Okay. Wong Fu, Alara VTuber, Mr. JMZ, Bracken VTuber, Sunwoo, Kenneth, Deuce, Aaliyah, Rando, Canop Epsilon, Joyous Civil, Nick Stick, SWD Stick, Band V Takes, Grimvalot, Chickaboom, PK Patchworks, Finder Mao, Senna MVT, your local Goose. How many are there here? There's a lot. I'm not going to read all of these, but like, let's read some of the ones that actually have like comments here. Okay. Made a meme. Meat Shield. What the fuck does Meat Shield mean? They made the Meat Shield comment about Alira and Vox. Is that what Meat Shield means? Bro, come on. Aria of Effect, docs Vox's PL on X. Please report. Want to boycott. I don't know if this is reportable on X. Like, I mean, I know that's a VTuber culture thing, but I don't think X is going to honor like a just mentioning of a PAX life. That's not something that's actually like, it's taboo, but it's not necessarily X punishable. So just FYI. And I understand, look, I understand community norms. I get that. And I get that there's community norms, but like, you know, it's not going to fix the problem. Natalia, generally think they want Niji to strive, as to say not to harass Lyra, but they still believe they're meat shields. So literally they want you to block a person that likes Nijisanji, but they use the term meat shield. Are you serious? Are you serious? Aurora Ramakui said it's similar to Roa's case. Selin, not a lawyer, but I said what I said. Wait, what? Reading comprehension in support of Ligver said he's disappointed in Niji. Disappointed is enough to ban. Okay. Rated positivity tag. Kurosanji accuses Vox and Alira of holding back laughter, and then just a bunch here. Let me see if I see any of you guys on it. I don't know. I don't think I see any of you guys on this. You guys are just kind of slacking here. Why are you guys not on this list? You guys suck. Get better. Get better. You guys, you guys disgust me.
Disgusting.
Not even all on this list. Come on. Sansanjin, who's on this list twice, is an indie who had QRTs about the situation. Says they don't want to harass Alivers, but implies there are meat shields. Ariel lewd question mark. Lewd question mark. I like question mark. Are they lewd or are they not? Lewd or are they not? QRT is quote retweets. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you, chat. You guys are fucking based as shit. Graduating, but interacts with false and Kyo. So literally, if you interact with false, you should be like, why am I not on the list? I've interacted with false. I'm kind of mad now. I'm kind of mad. I guess I'm objective, but they may not like that. Ariel VT. Ellie VTuber, who retweeted and liked Doki's tweets. Dragon, 39 DAF is unbased. So unless you call DAF based, unless you call 39 DAF based, you are bannable. You're bannable. You fucking kidding me right now? Zombie Cow TV, Niji Ian Livers are clowns. And the last one here, CGD, CT and Enjoyer says, literally, they only like Hollow. Made a compilation of Niji Ian Livers being supportive to Ian to later stream. So when you say you like Hollow Live, that's a bannable offense. That's a bannable offense. Okay, this is on re-entry as the bandwagon list. I'm putting it in the chat right now. So there you go. People in the chat are just all spamming 39 DAF is unbased. All right. Before we go into the video, which actually it does a lot better than that, I want to say a couple things here. You guys can see that list is a problem. That list is a big problem because once again, a list like that where you're actually adding in accusations of revenge porn and you're lumping people together, like that, this is not good. This is not a good look. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a good thing for the community. It doesn't bring people together. It's not positive. And once again, it's potentially defamatory, potentially issues starting. It's also disparaging businesses because those artists and merchants are businesses. So if you say something false about a business or make some sort of statement that damages their reputation in a way that might not be true, you could open yourself up. So I'm just saying, look, maybe just make a simpler list, or maybe just don't make a list. Those are all options out there. Niji Sandler's list. No. So I put the link in the chat. So you got that, and I'll put it in the description as well. After this video, I'll put it in the description. Try adding numbers said their criteria for this list are very boozy. Oh, yes, very, very boozy for those that might know Chris Boozy. Todd Krim says, I just joined. Can I ask what the hell is going on? And why do I hear Pirates of the Caribbean music in the distance? Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, they're trying to ban people. They're trying to cancel people, and it's not good, right? And it goes down a bad road. And we're going to watch a video by Nux reviewing Rev's video, a video I really liked, and it's about the cancellations more broadly. This is going to go outside the legal context, but I think there's an important part of professionalism here. And Nux makes a very good point, which I really wanted to highlight. I like to incentivize good behavior and good comments, and disincentivize bad behavior. So there was some good behavior. So we're gonna talk about that. Beresford Production said these motherfuckers actually searched sink and yacht on X and put all the results on the list. It feels like it. It feels like they just searched that or searched meat shield, and anybody who said meat shield is on there. I bought Doki merch. I should be on the list. New Veleric says, I think this list has all the cool kids. I want to start to be a petition to be part of it. Seriously, though, do these people have a 5-year-old mentality? I don't know, but it seems like they have a 39 IQ. Young Leaf channel says, didn't make it on the list. Sad. I fell off, bros. You'll be all right, man. Soki for £5 says, £5 says, do all these people not understand you can support the livers and not be okay with stuff Niji pulled? Support the talents, not the company. Actually, they literally don't understand that because, in fact, many of these people on the list, they explicitly said they still support Nijisanji. However, they said one mean thing or they liked a Doki post. And because they like a Doki post, they need to be banned. This is a classic example of the Streisand effect. This is so pathetic. And it's just going to bring more love to these people. And frankly, it's kind of why I wanted to show it, because I want to counteract that attempt to cancel people. I am not one for canceling. Look, if you want to block people, that's your own prerogative. Do it individually. But I'm not for this whole cancel culture, this whole sideline culture where everybody has one thing to say. If it steps out of line, they're immediately sent to the exile zone. No. It's not right. Tankrat says, I wonder why I'm not on the list since my 300 plus membership dropped during these streams, burning Niji and their stupidity. Oh, never mind. They wouldn't actually watch BLM. Too base for them. Yes, they are way too breaded to watch these streams. D Dragon says, made it on the list as D Dragon, D_dragon. I feel a bit weird that one of the reasons I'm in there is because I criticized a very specific person that, spread the Niji Doki reentry. So let me pull you up. D_. Oh, you're that guy. You're the Dragon. You're the guy who said that 39 DAF is unbased. Bro, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I'm gonna say you are absolutely a G. Absolutely a G. I appreciate you, even if they don't. HBZ says, how dare they? I'm not on the list. Raven Ombre is on that list twice. There's a lot of people. There's a couple people that are on that list twice. NZ says, you keep calling Anna Ina, and that's an issue because Ina is one of the biggest blob of comfiness out there. Anna Ina? I keep confusing Anna with Ina. Okay, well, I'll try to correct that. Einhander says, whoa. No, Reiny is fucking awesome. Let her graduate in peace. What the fuck? Leave my gremlin noodle cat alone. Curse. Why is Rita and Dian not on there? They're not trying hard enough. They need to try harder. I see an upcoming video from our horse girl. Oh, Based Horse Girl is always working hard. That's why I like her. She's always doing good work and she's putting in actual time to make the videos, which is really, really cool. Do we know if the document is authentic? Yeah, this is very much authentic. This is the original link. Muzzy Skeleton says those guys don't have subject matter jurisdiction to cancel anybody. They don't have valid grounds. You sound like a sovereign citizen, my friend. I think that's your intent. You're the sovereign citizen of cancellation. Kid Loco says Kurisanji being Kurisanji, don't let that distract you from the fact that Bakura bought a
fucking monkey.
One more time.
Fucking monkey.
There we go. Bought a monkey. Michi Luat says, let's go. Finally get to watch you live. Have you seen Sinking Yacht and Nijisanji in Memorandum? The song is absolutely fire. Let's see how long that one is. Sinking Yacht, a Niji. Okay, let's see how long this one is. If it's very long, maybe we'll do it as like an outro. It's 2 minutes. Here's what we'll do. We'll do that as an outro. How about that? How about that, Mike? Do an outro. Cites doxing Vox PL as a reason, but above doxes Shinri of HS's PL. It's only doxing when it's somebody that you like. Change bandwagon list to bandwagons list in the URL. Does that change the analysis? Does that change the analysis? Let me do it here. They've updated it, huh? Have they updated these sneaky little fuckers? Okay, when you update it, they've added they added more people? I'm trying to see. So you can add, it can be bandwagons list or bandwagon list. Oh, no, I see this. Oh, I see this. Dude, this is so based. Who just created this? Oshino, you are a freaking Chad. Did you create this? Bro. This is great. Oh, I love this. Look at this. Okay, look at this. So thank you for sharing this list, Kyo. Please follow everyone. The list. Hold on. Zoom in here. This is great. Smash a like and subscribe to Legal Mindset. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh. And then at the bottom, look, you scroll the way to the bottom. Please sub to Legal Mindset, become a BLM member. Owned. Absolutely 100% owned. Oh, I love it. 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 You guys are fucking awesome. Oh my God. Okay, this is the one we share out. This is the one we share out. This is the one we share out. Posting it in the chat. Posting it in the chat. You guys are God tier base. This is so great. I love you guys. Holy shit. Oh my God. Don't let all this drama distract you from the fact that Pecора's monkey will have a 3D live model before the rest of Niji EN.
Fighting monkey とかさ。
Patrick Henry says, now are we disincentivizing bad behavior? Yes, we're doing all of it. We disincentivize the bad, we incentivize the good. We do all of it. We do all of it. Oh my God, I'm crying right now, guys. I'm fucking crying. That actually made me laugh so hard. Oh God. Okay. That's so great. Margot says, I'll be honest, this list is actually funny. Anyways, hope you're doing well. Your streams and videos are interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now there's a list of people to follow on X. Indeed. Oshida says, yep, that was me. You pulled the Elena. It was me. You know, they got my, hold on. This is Oshiro. Oshiro is my reenactment. You know, it's like, you know, like, was that you, Oshiro? Was that you? Was that you? Oshiro's like, tell the Niji sisters, it was me. Oh God, too great, too great. Welcome, Multi Abyss, as a member. Welcome to the BLM and welcome to the most base membership out there. You have access to all the emojis, all the good stuff. Welcome. Chloe says, I love the internet. You guys are so base. It's hilarious. It's freaking hilarious. The base legal mindset. Monkey, monkey, monkey. Yes. Shout out to Kigori's Hideout. Appreciate you. Lotus 1A says, I've dealt with complaints in a professional capacity, and it's important looking at both sides of the argument for fair comparison. This is just slander with no tangible proof as a no. Exactly. It's just people going out there and pretty much hitting people for no reason. And they're, in fact, opening themselves up to a lot of risk, right? So why the fuck would you do that, right? Don't do that. Genetic 13 says, cites Vox PL as reason, but above Daksha Shinri of HSPL. Yep. So I want to go transition from something really stupid and something negative, which is really idiotic, something actually positive. And this is something that, once again, I don't often see people do positive things. And one thing I have to say is, and this is a confession, I came from this sphere of LawTube, and those who may not know it, there's a long history to LawTube. Some of you have watched both VTuber stuff and LawTube, but there's been a lot of drama. There's been a lot of fighting. There's been a lot of history. There's a lot of stuff there. And a lot of people, even and especially lawyers who should have the capacity to make arguments, sometimes get very, very butthurt when you agree with one thing they say intellectually. They kind of can never forgive that. But what I find really refreshing is when people who may disagree on an issue, in fact, may fervently disagree on an issue, will actually come together and unite on something they agree with. And this is actually a video I want to watch. This is a Nux video, but it was reviewing a video that was done by Rev. So this is actually really interesting. I think this is really positive, honestly. It's 26 minutes. We may not watch all of it, but I want to get at least half of it because I think like there's an underlying message I want to get to here. We could probably get to it with half of it, but there's a really good message in here, which I think is kind of positive, and I think it's a way to kind of cap it out with how you should deal with stuff versus not. I think there's a good way to frame it. Serpent, welcome as a member. Appreciate you. And Jay Miser says, I have nothing to contribute. Just wanted to say, what's up? Am I based yet? Yes, you are. You're about as based as a
Fighting monkey とかさ。
Appreciate you. And also Raven Ombre, welcome as a member to the BLM. Welcome. You get all access to all the member stuff, and you'll be just as cool as me a genuine Florida.
Maybe I have a chance. You goddamn crocodile! Go back to the fucking Florida! Go back to the Florida, you fucking crocodile!
Appreciate y'all. Lenar says, hi, Andrew. Can I sue them for not being on the list? Yes. Yes, you can indeed. And Oshina, welcome as a member. Appreciate you. And Claybuster, thank you for dropping 50 Legal Mindset memberships, giving Tank Rat a run for his money as he heads over there. Tank Rat's probably half drunk on a Tenma stream by now. But that said, appreciate that so much, guys. Make sure you have accept gift memberships turned on and say thank you to Claybuster if you receive one of these gift memberships, because that is going to be absolutely helpful for you if you wanted one. And now you've got a lot of monkeys if you do have one. Also, Alexi Felipe, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. Welcome. Welcome. But yes, Lenar, go ahead and sue. Mystic Tony said, thanks, Oshino. That's what I get for pulling Rainy as part of the list. And I was just lurking till their audacity to call her something. Shake my head. Yeah, it was bad. It's bad. All right. So let me call out good behavior now that we've done bad behavior. So we'll listen up to this video. This is actually pretty good.
A rabbit hole literally never ends. It's actually insane. So Rev Says Desu just made a video on how VTubers are demanding an apology from Dokibird after collabing with Philly. So yeah, this video is generally about the Dokibird, the collab with Philly. Now I'm gonna comment a little bit on that and like people trying to cancel Doki over that, which is stupid as hell. But the bigger thing is that when you have a person that you disagree with something on, right? So let's say you're like, oh man, I don't like that Doki is collabing with Phillian. Does that mean you run out there and you cancel that person because you disagree with them on that one thing? Or you try to get them deplatformed? You try to get, try to change a tide against them? Well, the answer to that is no. That's super fucking dumb. It's absolutely dumb. And by the way, most times these people that are doing this are going for clout and going for and pushing for essentially just attention. Well, let's continue. I've collabed with Phillian. Phillian is a really good person with an edgy sense of humor, and Twitter is obviously going to go crazy and bananas over this. Dokibird is the
so, and what I'm saying is if you don't like somebody with a with an edgy sense of humor, just don't follow them, right? Like that's the solution is don't follow them. Like your remedy is just like, if you don't want to see it, block them, right? But you don't cancel them. Don't go out there and try to cancel them. Imagine if everybody was going out there canceling what they don't like. Well, then everything would be canceled. Nobody would be able to have any fun because you're just literally canceling everybody else's shit. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. You have a choice. Just mute it, block it, whatever. Let other people watch it. Stop trying to cancel people for something that you don't like.
Sweetheart right now. It's gross at treating people just because you like them that they have to be exactly you. And they're literally trying to cancel Dokibird after collabing with Phillian. And that's absolutely gross. It's vile, it's yucky, and it's disgusting that people are doing.
And we'll go over the actual Phillian comment because like obviously I have things to say about that, but like let's continue.
So listen, Reb Says Desu and I disagree on one point in life, basically. Other than that, man does good stuff covering some of my least favorite people on the internet. So let's see what this man has to say on this situation. It's gonna be crazy. Oh God, am I gonna regret getting into this rabbit hole? Who knows? Let's see.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rev here.
So actually, that's one of the things. Like I remember when I first came on, everyone's like, "Don't have Rev and Nux on at the same time." But look, like I'm actually impressed. Look, he's able to say, "Look, we disagree on one thing, and maybe an important thing, and maybe a big thing, whatever." But you're willing to say he does good work and he's right about this, right? That's actually really mature and really professional. And that's something that we don't often see in other spheres. Oftentimes when people disagree on one thing, they're like, fuck that guy, fuck him. We disagree on this one thing. And because of that, I'm never going to talk to him again. That's really fucking immature. That's super fucking immature, right? That's super immature to say that, oh, we disagree and therefore he's always wrong because we disagree on one thing. Right. That's actually a good professional judgment, which is why I gave him a lot of points for this. And I even DM'd him on it. I'm like, dude, that's actually very, very mature thing to say. Right. That's actually a very good thing to say, especially when you disagree on one thing.
So
You're
I only
never gonna
half
100%
lied
agree.
yesterday when I said we're taking a break from the Nijisanji Dokibird
Yeah,
situation.
guys, we are never going to be making another Nijisanji Dokibird video. Let me just tell you right now, it's never going to happen. This is the last time I'm ever going to be talking about Nijisanji Dokibird, unless I make money from something else tomorrow.
So that was a fucking lie.
Yeah. That's why I don't say that it's going to be my quote unquote last video. It's just like, okay, well, maybe I'll cover something else if I can, right? If I have time to research it. If some other shit comes up, right, then obviously we're going to cover that, right? Whatever's the biggest news and whatever's relevant, I'm going to cover, right? If it's something that is, of course, legal, I'm more interested in it, right? It becomes more interesting. But, that's the point of covering stuff. That's how every topic works when I cover Disney, when I cover anything else. If something comes up, I'm going to cover it. I never say this is my last Disney video, right? No. It's like, no, there's going to be more.
We're not going to talk about Nijisanji today. We're definitely going to take some time and talk about Dokibird because recently some Twitter users, including some VTubers, have been attempting to cancel Dokibird for her collab stream yesterday with VTuber Fillion.
Gross, by the way. Literally disgusting. Disgusting. Dude, I saw Fillion get hate for collabing with me. Dokibird gets hate for collabing with Fillion. Twitter is some of the dumbest shithole content in
That's
the universe.
agreed.
Now, I'm sure all of you are familiar with Dokibird, but in case you're not familiar with Fillion, she is a very popular VTuber who has been on the scene for many years and has also collabed with a lot of big names in the VTubing scene, so it wasn't exactly too shocking when she...
Do you guys think I should get a Fillion? Should I get a Fillion for this? Should I get a Fillion for this? That'd be great. Can I get canceled too? That'd be great. I hate it when people try to tell me who to collab with and who to not collab with, because honestly, I that makes me want to collab more. Whenever anybody tells me don't do it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do it, right? I'm gonna do it. If I can handle Spicy Fox, I can handle Fillion. I mean, do you guys see how we handle Kirsha? People were assuming that like everything was gonna go down in flames with Kirsha. I feel like I handled my girl pretty well. Maybe because we agreed on a lot of things, but I feel like we handled that well. Yeah. Oh, and sorry, Cup of Nude said don't wink. Yeah, that's the right strategy. Don't do it. Wink. Get neuro. Yeah, do neuro. That'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah, no, literally, don't get Fillion. Yeah, no, I would do it. I would do it. I don't care what anybody says. Can't come at me, bro. Come at me. Also, speaking of coming at me, welcome JP Ravenfire as a member. Also, Ice Cold says, loving the streams. Thank you so much. Tankrat says, bite your tongue. I'm trying to get on that list.
Announced her collab stream with Dokibird.
Not too shocking. Incredibly based. See, here's the thing that Twitter keeps doing, that people feel like that because they are a fan of somebody or a fan of something, they feel like they have some sort of ownership over that person that they're watching, that they have to be exactly like them. So if they get uncomfy by Fillion, then the person that they are supporting and that they like also, therefore, must not be allowed to meet Fillion. It's like you have people on the one hand saying, wow, Dokibird is finally free from Nijisanji and she can collab with anyone that she wants. Wow, I'm so happy Dokibird is free. And then
I'm gonna hold you to that, Tankrat. I'm gonna hold you to that. 250 memberships I get Fillion. Okay, we're getting Fillion, baby. We're going after Fillion. Going after Fillion. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's continue.
Literally turn right the frick around the other way, and they're like, no, follow my orders. You're not allowed to collab with people that I don't want you to collab. I'm happy you're free, but I don't want you to be that free.
It's true though. I mean, they think that because they support you, you now are their bitch. Like you don't suddenly become somebody's like, prison slave because you like they liked your anti-Nijisanji video, right? Or whatever, right? Just because you tweeted #Freebird doesn't mean Doki has to hold your pocket, right? Like that's not how it works. So, just understand like that these assumptions are very, very flawed. Right. And also, look, Doki is a human being. She has her own views and interests and what she wants to do. And she's allowed to do that. You want her to be free, but you also want her to be your slave. I mean, that doesn't make much sense. You're trying to control what she's doing. Isn't that the whole reason why she got out from under Nijisanji? Yeah, somebody's in the chat said parasocial. It's like the most poisonous, radioactively toxic version of parasocial relationship, where you feel like you can control their decisions, right? I mean, that's beyond. That's like, people talk about being in abusive relationships. Being in an abusive parasocial relationship is even more fucked up, because you don't really even know the other person. You're just projecting that value onto them. You're reading that into them. You're projecting it into them.
As a part of that collab stream, we saw Dokibird make this post on the 19th promoting the stream. And while a lot of people in the communities were excited to see this collab between Dokibird and Fillion,
I'm excited. I'm excited it happened because I like Fillion a lot. Okay, as a friend, Fillion is really freaking cool. Okay, and it sucks that this video exists. Not because Rev did wrong covering it. I think this stuff is important to cover, and he's making fun of people that I think are important to make fun of. However, it sucks that people hate for collabing with someone. People get hate for collabing with me. I know that as a fact, and it sucks. I know I could take the hate, but I don't know if they can.
Yeah, and I'll say this for almost all of my guests, except for Rima, for every single guest I had on. Right. So for False, for Nut, actually even collaborating with Nux, right? Because we were talking behind the scenes, right? So talking behind the scenes of Nux, False, DN, right? Even Kirsha. People said don't have them on, right? Everybody, like there was somebody. Now, the majority of people were positive. The majority were wildly positive, but some people said no. And I was like, well, why? Why? Even Gator. Even Gator. So people try to say Gator was biased. Gator was literally just telling me facts, right? There's always going to be people saying no. You just got to eventually be like, look, I'm going to make up my own mind. Okay, this person is a dick to me. I'll handle it accordingly.
To receive it, just because they happen to collab with me, that sucks.
A lot of people on Twitter were starting to melt down, including some VTubers, because they think that Fillion is very problematic.
Okay, if you're a VTuber and you want to actually get somewhere on the scene, don't.
Hold on, I like this. Is funny. I like the Spike Man says, "What are you talking about, Andrew? I give Maury 4/5 of my paycheck and live off oyster crackers, and she says my name once a stream. I see nothing wrong with that. There's not Spike Man. That is a completely legitimate way of life. Why would I judge you for your choice of lifestyle, Spike Man? I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm not going to judge you for that. I've done worse." 60 Watt says, "Whatever you do, do not collab with Project Melody. Totally not reverse psychology." Okay, thank you so much, 60 Watt. Also, funny thing is, they complain about Doki collabing with Fillion, but they don't give a shit when Fillion was the host of the VTuber Awards last year. Are you serious? Wow. That's like blatant hypocrisy. Super blatant hypocrisy. Also, whatever you do, don't let Legal Mindset Guy keep using the channel. Super biased to law content. Oh my God, such a law-based bias. Oh, so biased. Rare and Recruit says, stop doing that. That's the bad guy code for give it up. No, sorry. You're doing really great. Keep it up. Agent Kelso, Division 2. The bomber gets the most flack when it's over the target. That's all I'm ever going to say. Let's continue.
All popular VTubers. Like, just on a career level, aside from like a moral level.
Here's a quote of Dokibird's post saying, "Doki, please. Fillion is a pro-Nazi and AI supporter, and she's racist as F."
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Fillion is a pro-Nazi, not like those weak Nazis, okay? I mean pro-Nazi. She is such a pro-Nazi. She literally collabed with me, a Jew. Yeah, you know.
I always love that. It's like yes, you're such a Nazi that you're collabing with. Okay, yeah.
Fillion's a Nazi when she collabs with Jews. AI support.
That's the key of that word being overused, and I really dislike overuse of words that should carry stronger meaning.
What does that even mean? Racist? Oh my fucking God.
Now, what's going on here? Well, we'll give you some context.
Yeah,
so number one, the pro-Nazi comment, that is pure Twitter language right here, using Nazi as a buzzword for people they don't like. But let's get into the later comments here. So there are some users on Twitter who consider Fillion racist for a George Floyd joke she made back in 2022.
Edgy? Yes. Racist? No.
And I'm going to play the clip. You can be a judge for yourself.
Chat, think about it. I'm not the real streamer, you guys are.
You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking. Chad, that was an epic quote from George Floyd.
God damn.
Okay, so I know the volume may have been a little low there, but like, yeah, was that okay? So let's talk about it for a second. Let's talk about it for a second. Is that an edgy joke? Maybe. Was it in bad taste? Maybe. But that's humor, right? Humor is always going to be pushing the boundary of what's appropriate and not appropriate, right? One of the best examples I remember of this was, and this is going to make me into a boomer, so just hear me out, guys. Hear me out. But was after 9/11, Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried made a 9/11 joke like within the same month, even. I think is not like maybe it was like the same month or the next month, right? And it might have been okay if he made it a year from then or 2 years from then or whatever, but like that month, like that it did it so soon. Yeah, he got a lot of pushback on that. But at the same time, I was like, look, he's a comedian. The point is that you're trying to find that line between what is appropriate and not. And for some people, they're going to have a higher threshold for humor and some people have lower. That's humor. If you don't like that, what you do is you unsubscribe. You just unsubscribe. Problem solved, right? That's all you got to do. Just unsubscribe. It's really, really easy. Let's see it again. Danny D says, if you live rent-free in somebody's head, then you've made it to the big leagues. Exactly. Look, there's so many people I live rent-free in their head, and I don't even think about them day to day, which is just perfect. It's absolutely perfect. The overuse of that word will be detrimental. It's already been overused. The Yahtzee word has already been wildly overused. With that, you should never collaborate with Pope Ricada again. Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. But yeah, Rogue says, to be fair, Fentanyl Floyd is going on 4 years. Well, once again, and by the way, I read almost all super chats here, but that said, guys, look, you can feel one way or another about the case. I covered the case. I covered what went on in that case. There's the legal side of it is very complicated and you can get into a lot of arguments about it. But that aside, there were obviously people that were really emotionally invested in that. And yes, there's people that to this day and even 10 years from now are going to be deeply offended by that. They're going to be deeply offended by all sorts of jokes. Don't watch that person. Unsub. If you don't like it, unsub. Right? Unsub. Yika Zombie says 9/11 jokes never land.
What the fuck?
Jordan L says Gilbert Gottfried's joke crashed and burned.
Fuck you.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
Johnny Cormack says the hypocrisy is that Aphelion never intended race or color at all. However, Uki mentions white people numerous times and got no repercussions. That's what I'm saying. So like, if that same joke had been like an Uki joke, it would have been really, really inappropriate, right? Like if it had been something that was like, for example, an Uki level joke that was carried out for like 5 minutes, because he doesn't let it go. He kind of brings it back up, right? Yeah, he'd be fired, right? If it was anything but the categories he mentioned. Like I said, if it was gay Houthis instead of white males, Uki would be fired immediately, right? Pinkson DS says, just like the term Nazi is overused, so is the term racist. It's used to shut down people, that you disagree with. Exactly, it is. Because they'll just immediately jump to that sexist, biggest, misogynist, blah, blah, blah. I've heard it all in the arguments, and it's just like, okay, the point is you can't defeat my logic, so you're trying to call me an istophobe, but that's a form of ad hominem attack. It's a form of ad hominem attack, and it totally avoids addressing the actual rationale of the argument. Which is, by the way, the only thing I've heard people do against me here is ad hominem attacks. The only thing is ad hominem attacks. That's it. It's only criticism. Daniel Hamilton says, in the UK, we have an ingrained gallows humor. And honestly, I've heard darker jokes since the Titanic comment. I mean, yeah, and I'm okay with gallows humor. I don't mind it because I actually have a lot of friends that are, I have British friends and I've spent a lot of time in London. Like, I get it, right? Like I grew up on a lot of BBC humor and stuff like that. So I get that, right? And it's okay. Now, is it my go-to every single day? No, but it's fine. And I'm okay with that. Other people don't like it. Other people think it's inappropriate. But that's people's opinion. Let's continue here.
Oh, that's a rough one. Oh, that's a rough one.
Back in the day,
listen,
oh, sorry, the old BBC, not the woke BBC, guys. Let's be clear, and not the BBC that's like, never mind.
Racist? No. How is that racist? Off color? Maybe edgy? Yes. Racist? No. Dude, okay, listen. Okay, you know what? I'll give you an example. Okay, I'll give you an example of what this clip shitting means. Someone tries to make a joke and you like try to judge it in the most uncharitable way as possible. Okay, here, look at this. So, all right, so this is me. So, Too Mad dies. Okay, this guy says, "Next is your turn, Nugstaku." Okay, so I say this is a reference to Too Mad dying. This guy says, "Yeah, it's because we don't want you here either." This fellow says, "What did he do? Made fun of human trafficking victims." What? Nani? When?
What?
Is this what he was joking about Adventure Time? Shut the fuck up. He's not that kind of guy to do something like that. You're just clutching at straws. Oh yeah, well, what's this? Here's the proof, by the way. This is the proof of me making fun of
Wait, so Adventure Time is human trafficking? I don't get it.
Human trafficking victims. Are you ready? Are you ready for the proof? You ready for the proof? We could appreciate the gender equality here. Men and women should both be sex trafficked equally, but in society, in the world we live in, somehow women get the privilege. I mean, we could listen.
Okay, I think that was a good joke. That was a funny joke. Yeah, that's not a cancel worthy joke. Listen, if you don't like the humor, that's your own opinion. But I mean, I think it was clearly a joke, right? It was clearly a joke. Once again, canceling people over jokes is stupid as hell. It's dumb as shit. It really is dumb.
Is the joke bad taste? Maybe. Is it funny? Well, that's subjective. But this is 1,000,000,000% a joke. Like, if you think for even a second that this is making fun of human trafficking victims, it's edgy, stupid. It's a gender equality joke. That's literally the oldest joke in the universe. Guilty. Oh my god. So yeah, people like to do that. All right, I'm just saying. Philly and I feel you.
All right, is she on drugs or something? No, not right now. All right. Was that edgy or not? I'm so sorry, chat. I'm sorry. That was a little.
Of course, it's within your prerogative to think this is an edgy joke or
yeah, and she even clearly said it's edgy. She knew it was a joke. She knew it was an edgy joke, but like, okay, doesn't need to be illegal, right? Nux has access to contract. No, not really. We've talked about it. Not that I can look at. We'll put it that way. So we've already discussed that. But thank you for thinking of that. Oh no, someone made a dark joke anyway. School pew pew. Terminally online no lifers can't take a joke. The world is doomed. Yeah. It's a little bit of the tism sometimes blocks things. But just unsubscribing and not ranting about it on Twitter won't get me the clout that keeps me alive. I know the clout sustains you. Advanced. You have to feed upon the clout. But yeah, that's it's a dark path. Regatan says, greetings from Indonesia. What's up? Love your energy and enthusiasm for VTubers. Coming to Bali. I will be going to Bali this year. I've got to go to the Philippines first, then Japan, and maybe Korea again, and then maybe Vietnam, but then I'll be in Bali. So may not be till the fall, but it's going to happen this year. It's one of the highly recommended places around me that I haven't been to yet. Dark humor is like food. Not everybody gets it. Oh, yeah, very true. Very true. Dark humor is like food in communism. Not everybody gets it. Thank you. Deha, my base copo, says the accusations of being a pro AI in this specific context is unfounded. AI is here to stay and will be part of VTubing going forward. You're not going to put AI back in the box, just like you can't put VTubing back in the box. Look, I said it, guys. VTubing is the next thing, and so is AI. Neither one are going away permanently. You're not going to ever wipe away AI or VTubing. Right. So why try to crush them? That's what I say to the boomers that are, kind of like, well, you're over there, covering those crazy VTubers or those crazy gosh darn kids, And I'm like, okay, Grandpa Telegraph, you're going to ride out in your Pony Express. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, when you see a change, when you see something happening, you can either decide to learn it or you can remain ignorant, right? And in a certain case, people are going to be left behind. They're just going to be left behind because they're just not going to get it. Craig says humor has always been the front line of free speech. I 100% agree. And as an American who strongly, believes in the law of our Constitution, which is freedom of speech, right? That is something that's first and foremost. That's kind of quintessential to this, and probably why I care a lot about this so much. Actual Humorous Jab by Athel and Nyan. Plans for Yuki Violetta have been leaked. Short, check it out. Okay, I'll see if I can find that.
Something that is offensive to you.
Well, yeah, it was an edgy joke. To say that it's not an edgy joke is stupid. It is obviously an edgy joke. It doesn't make her a pro-Nazi.
A lot of other people don't think that this joke made in 2022 should be used as ammunition to cancel Fillion for the rest of her life, and also be used as a weapon against anyone who wants to associate with her. And I've seen from my own
it's gross. It's honestly gross.
Personal experience, a lot of the threads trying to attack Fillion for this joke are really disingenuous, and they're really about virtue signaling. Here's one of the main ones from back in 2022 when this first happened. Basically, they try to cancel Fillion, and they find out that a lot of fans don't want to literally ruin her life over this joke. And when they find that out, they get angry and then start calling all the critics pedos and racists,
which once again, there you go. It's like they're just using words that don't mean anything. So now you're demeaning the definition of both racist and pedo, right? You're demeaning the meaning of those words.
Wait, she made an edgy joke and you don't want to ruin her life? Well, you must be a pedophile. Got him. It's over. It's literally Jover. Jover
is really just taking a
I have not seen the Jover meme. It's pretty good.
Book of Vosh in that situation. But we're seeing this happening once again here in 2024 because of this collab with Dokibird. And you can see people here saying, oh, that really did it. Man, I really wanted to support you so bad, but I can't, knowing you collab with a racist.
I really wanted to support you as someone that was bullied and
by the way, at least some of the states are changing the law. I know that Florida is, and I think other places will follow suit. So they're actually going to change the law as to false accusations of racism. Now that's going to be challenged. There's going to be constitutional challenges to that, but I think we're going to move in a place where calling somebody a racist, which is damaging to their career, is damaging their brand, it's damaging their person, will become a crime, right? And I think there's an argument for that. And I think it could hold up constitution. I think there's a way to actually carve that out in a way where, look, if you're going to make an accusation that someone's a racist, you have to back that up with some fact, right? Like some tangible fact, not just you're just saying it to say it, right? You can't just call somebody that. Right. I mean, an asshole, whatever you want to call them a curse word, but like racist specifically can get you in big, big trouble, and it can damage your brand. So that's one thing I know. Florida passed that law. We'll see. I think other states pass similar laws. So that's one place where I say like the law may shift on this, and it'll be very, very, very interesting what happens when that law shifts, because it's going to, change for online speech as well, particularly for Americans. Right. Yes, that would be defamation. So when you call somebody a racist or a misogynist or a whatever phobe, you've got to back that up. You've got to actually prove that that's true. You got to actually prove that your assertion is true instead of just saying it. Because now you can just say it, right? You can just say anybody's racist, everybody's racist, but that can be a problem. Rafael for 10 real said, in Brazil, making jokes can get you sued or fined, especially if you're joking about minorities, and extra especially if you're joking about a politician. Yes, that's very, very dangerous in a lot of places, especially joking about politicians. Check hashtag love for Uki tag. Old couple doing heart signs. Later on that one. Neurosama is proof AI and VTubers aren't leaving. No, it's only going to get better. Only going to get, to the point where AI is telling banger jokes. Nowadays, it feels like a constant snowstorm with a lot of the special little snowflakes. They just can't handle it. They're not made for any sort of critical analysis or any sort of pressure. They just flip the hell out. And Eagle says, I work at a liquor store and get called racist. I don't want to ask why you're getting, you know what, Eagle? I mean, I want to know, but I don't want to know. Like, are you just offering certain groups of people the malt liquor when they walk in that store? Like, what are you doing that gets you called a racist in a liquor store? Like, are you handing out the Hennessy to anybody who looks like they're heading to the club? Like, you're like, oh, you clearly are looking for the Hennessy. Like, I mean, are you handing out Ouzo to Greeks? Are you just putting like Jameson in front of a bunch of Irish people? Like, what are you doing, man?
To almost taking your own life twice, but I can't because you collabed with someone that made an edgy joke a year and a half ago. Dude, these people are brain dead. Like, come on.
I like it. He's racist for checking ID, making people pay full price. Oh no, no.
Want to hate. You just want to hate. You hated on Nijisanji because it was the popular thing, and now you're gonna hate on Dokibird because Dokibird is popular. Like, you really need to signal and morally grandstand that hard.
Basically,
it's actually clout chasing. So people want to pick on the big guy and get the clout off of that. And obviously, look, there's a point at which they do deserve to be called out. But a lot of people did clout chase off of like, okay, we're going to beat up on Niji because everyone's beating up on Niji. So we're going to do that now. Oh, but current thing demands that we also beat up on anybody who's even slightly perceived as being a racist, phobic, et cetera, et cetera. So now we're going to pick on Fillion, and because Fillion is coming on Doki, now we're going to attack Doki for a choice of guest. Right? Not for her own behavior, not for her own material, but her choice of guest. Really? Really? You're going to do that? Come on.
A 20-second joke from 2022 is being used to ruin not only Fillion's life, but make her like a modern day leper that no one can basically associate with.
Oh, hold on. The Eagle says, denying people who don't show me their ID card is racist. It's, you know what's even more racist about that? The presumption that there's groups of people that don't know where to get an ID. Because understand, when you say that like, oh, you're presuming I have an ID, you don't know where you can get a free state identification card. Like, you don't know where the DMV is. It's kind of more racist to assume that a certain group of people doesn't know where the DMV is to get an ID card. It's really weird. It's really weird. It's really odd. It's really odd. Jurgen says, the best part of the rise of AI is that soon I might have friends again. Jurgen, you're my friend. Cthulhu says, I've been called racist because I follow the GDPR. Let's go.
Dude, it's rough on Dokibird too. It's bad on Fillion. It's bad on Dokibird. It's bad on everyone they collab. No one said this about me collabing with her. I think she was the one that was warned not to collab with me. Oh.
And
that's like when you have two bad people together.
Attacked. Yeah. It's a bit of an overreaction, I would say, to use against people like Dokibird. But
overreaction, it's malicious. You don't actually feel bad. You were not actually offended. Get a life.
There's also another complaint you might have already seen, and that is an AI complaint about Fillion. So here is basically what people are complaining about. They say she's pro AI, but really that just amounts to she has an AI tag for her community. Basically meaning if you want to make AI of her character, you should use this Fillion AI tag on places like Twitter.
Bro, that's literally it. Is like using an AI tag. Are you fucking kidding me? People are getting mad because they're creating AI generated art. Are you serious? They're going to do that regardless of whether you ask or not. People aren't asking for permission to generate the waifus, right? People are just generating waifus because they want to generate waifus. Like, that's such bullshit. Oh, you're supporting AI. Fuck you, right? People are going to do that anyways. It's inevitable. It's like the Thanos, you know? It's really weird. It's really weird. Eric Jimenez says, don't be racist. They don't like waiting in lines. Ed says, the most popular president in history, Joe Biden, was on TV implying the world that a certain demographic doesn't understand how to use the internet. Yes. And once again, these assumptions, I think, are in and of themselves deeply, fundamentally racist. But that's my personal opinion.
You should use this Fillion AI tag on places like Twitter.
I mean, I don't know this full story, but that does sound like she's kind of pro AI in a way. That said, I don't think someone being pro AI is worth ostracizing them or canceling them or ruining their life over. I think AI is a tool that exists and it'll keep existing. And as much as I feel bad for the artists that are going to end up losing their livelihoods because of AI art, it's just something that's in the world and it's only going to keep getting better. I don't know. I think canceling someone for being pro AI is stupid, and it makes you.
It's a really dumb take.
That are pro AI.
Now,
and I'm gonna get canceled for that take, but I think that's true. At least that's my opinion. And you know what? I have the right to one.
I am not an AI supporter. I think there's a lot of nefarious uses of AI, especially when
100%.
people are trying to pass it off.
That's not me saying that I think AI is ethical and moral and awesome and all that stuff. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is canceling someone for AI is worse than actually using the AI
as real art. But here's a hot take, okay? If you're a VTuber as big as someone like Fillion, you're gonna have AI made of you. I have AI made of my character all the time, and I'm nowhere near the size of Fillion's community, okay?
Yeah, I've seen them make AI about random law tubers. I've seen them make random AI about random people. There's probably AI art of you out there somewhere.
I actually think having an AI tag can be a good thing. If it's already happening, at least there's a tag to separate and filter the AI from the real art tag.
Valid point. It's a valid point.
People are going to do it. You might as well at least filter it out from the main art tag and keep the real art separate from the AI art. But anyways, people are using.
Yeah, that makes a good point. On the other hand, I guess you could say the flip side of this is having an AI tag does incentivize using AI art, so you could post it with the AI tag. I suppose you do have that as a possibility as well. I do see both sides, but either side is not worth sending hate her way for it. Like, she could be pro AI if she wants to. Okay, dude, it's like hating someone for certain political leanings, bro. You can be a whole ass human being with political leanings that I might not agree with.
That as a way to
that's a very good take there, and this is a big one too. I like how people will try to neutralize your opinion. In fact, people try to do it with me about my opinion. They're like, Andrew has certain political beliefs, therefore all of his legal opinion is invalid. Are you an idiot? Right? So you're going to try to say that because I may believe X, Y, or Z, right? Because I don't think UBI is a great idea, right? Oh my God, right? Oh shit. Oh crap. Oh, we're horrible. Oh, I don't think the French healthcare system is the best in the world. Oh my God, I can't believe it. You know, but that invalidates my analysis. Like what? No, give me an actual argument, right? Give me an argument, and we'll suss out the law, right? We'll go and fight over the law itself or the reasoning of that specific law. But trying to neutralize people for things that have nothing to do with the actual substance is stupid. It's idiotic. Sparky's Tech Corner says this, the AI hate is nuts. I see all the time from my AI music covers of Mr. Medicare and Pippa. All the people who hate it have no idea how it works. And Sparky, they're just going to get left behind, bro. People, I mean, you see it all the time with industries, with areas where people don't want to innovate. They just want to sit doing what's comfortable for them. And look, I get it. If you're especially at a certain point in your career, and maybe you've been doing a certain business, you're 60 years old, 70, 80 years old, and you don't want to change, I get it. You've been doing it that way for 50 years. You don't want to change. I understand that feeling, right? That it sucks if you've been doing something for so long to have to innovate, to have to shift. That's how industry and business works. I mean, that's life. It's nature, right? People adapt, things adapt. If you've had the best possible thing locked in for 10 years or whatever, things are going to adapt to that. And actually in this world, in this evolving world of social media, technology, etc., like people have to adapt. And what I really am laughing to the bank on here is all those people that they try to mock the VTuber stuff, right? Even the other lawyers that mock the VTuber stuff, other people that say you're an idiot for covering this or whatever, or, you know, I don't understand this, or this is stupid. I say, look, you're going to be the one left behind when this thing takes over, right? This thing is coming. AI is coming. VTubing is growing. Anybody who doesn't see that is just frankly not looking. They're just choosing not to look. And they're just yelling, oh, they're all weebs. Okay. And right. And what's your argument, right? They don't really have one because they're not debating the substance of the growth of the industry. They're not debating the growth of AI, VTubing, etc. They're not talking about any of that. Level 6 Esper says, just wanted to say, I never thought I would be enjoying a lawyer stream, but here I am. Fortunately, I only stumbled upon your channel because of the Niji situation. Have fun. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you did. I'm glad even if you just came for the Niji and you stayed for the law and you like my streams, I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad you enjoyed my analysis. And the thing you can do is, even if you're just popping in and out, smash a like button. We got 4,000 people in the chat. We had 4,000, almost 500 at one point. Over here on YouTube, we've got about another 100 on Rumble. So if you smash that like button, that'll really, really help us out. Let's get to 2,500 or 1,800 right now. So that would really help. Thanks.
Say that she's pro AI and that she should be canceled. Much like this thread. This is probably the biggest thread going after Dokibird.
This is the biggest thread going after Dokibird. Well, it's 122,000 views.
That's pretty big.
This isn't a dick measuring contest thread. This isn't a dick measuring contest or anything, but holy moly, dude, 6.8 million views. I'm just saying.
In this situation, it's a pre-debut VTuber saying this. Hey, Doki.
Dude, if you're a pre-debut VTuber, you know what you should be doing?
Shut the fuck up.
That is what you should be doing.
So true. Dude, guys, I'm going to say this right now. This is very true of everybody who's in any space. I see this with people coming into the LawTube area, right? Where they'll be just starting out their channel, right? Like, and they'll have like 2 subscribers and they'll be like, oh, you should totally do this. And I'm like, look, I get a helpful suggestion. I really do. If you're trying to be helpful, but at a certain point, if you're getting annoying, like, oh, you're doing everything wrong. You're fucking up. You're so bad. And you're over here, like you've been doing this for like 2 days, and you're just like telling everybody who's been doing this for years successfully how to do it. I mean, I've only got one thing to say to you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
I mean, seriously, like if you're coming into somebody's house and telling them how to do something and they're the ones who are successful, you need to shut the fuck up. You need to listen to them, right? When you come into a space and you are just trying to learn, you need to be quiet, pay attention, and learn. And the thing is, that's what I did. Let me see. That's what I did with the LawTube sphere. And now as I'm moving into learning about the VTube sphere, a lot of times I'm shutting up and I'm listening. I'm deferring to you, chat, on facts, right? When I ask you about what the hell is this acronym, I defer to you guys, right? Or what's the situation? I defer, right? You're not trying to pretend that you know everything. You're respectful and you know what you know and you know what you don't know, right? And that's what a lot of people, especially in the beginning, have, and their egos get in the way because they want to be the person that knows everything, but you don't, and that's okay. It's perfectly okay not to know everything. People have a huge struggle with that. It's a big issue. I see it in law, in the law sphere, especially. Those people are absolutely spurgy about it, and then I see it even like coming over to this space, especially with some of the folks that like the Nijisanji Blacklist, right? The bandwagon list. That list is literally people who freaked out over small little details that don't matter. Like literally shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Peter Butchers says, even VTubers who are skeptical of AI have asked fans to at least separate the AI fan art to separate the tag from normal. So BS argument. Yeah, that's fine. And I get separating it. That makes complete sense, right? Makes sense. But AI is not going to stop making art. Michi Lottie said, talking about AI, Nardicality did a AI version of Sinking Yacht sung by Riku. Feel free to either play it as part of your outro. I think I've got the Sinking Yacht pulled up as well. And then I've got like a short clip of Uki. That'll be after this. So once we finish. Shadow Skippy says, Philly D said at any moment, this is the worst it will ever be. So don't think it will just go away. Very good point. David Monroe for 5 says, it wasn't that long ago that any art done by a computer and not by hand was not real art. Tim Pointer said the pre-debut VTubers don't get an opinion. No, shut up. You haven't done anything. Like what? Come on. Cthulhu says, to be honest, I always watch Legal, but glad there's a lawyer getting in the VTuber rabbit hole. Yeah, no problem. And I'm glad you're getting a much more based opinion than Legal. Big Ripper V says, I recently found your channel through all the recent drama. I find it wonderful that you're so open to the VTuber community and new ideas. By the way, your video cuts like the fuck you just are great. Yeah, I want to spend tomorrow. I need to spend a lot of time like clipping a lot of those things because they were saved in an MKV format when I was like screen recording them. So I've got to convert them for my software into an MP4, and what I was using wasn't working, which probably is why I had that gray screen in the beginning. But I'm going to have more reactions, so don't worry. Even though I've just got a couple, it's not always going to be so
Disgusting.
We're going to clean this up, guys. We're going to clean this up. Let's see here. Todd says, I do art by hand, but I'm just scared that the passion in the art will be gone. However, because I'm in a business course, see the benefits of AI. Todd, I'm going to tell you this. Art is going to become like a bespoke suit, right? I obviously wear lots of suits. You guys can see that right now. I'm wearing a suit. This is a custom-made suit. A custom-made suit has a different cost and a different market than one that's off the rack. right? If you just go to H&M and you buy an off-the-rack suit, it's going to be a lot cheaper than a bespoke suit, right? There's also a different market. There's a different type of person that wants a bespoke suit, who wants just an off-the-rack suit, maybe because you want to use it once or twice and maybe never use it again, whatever, right? The off-the-rack suit's probably fine, right? But if you're using it a lot, you should probably get one that's custom made to yourself. So it might, I think hand-drawn art is going to be like artisan, cheese, right? It's like, yeah, it's not your mass-produced version, but people are going to demand it because they want that sort of thing. So what you can do is you can be the very best. You can be the top Pokemon trainer, right? And as long as you are trying to be the very best in your field, there's still going to be a word for it, right? Bespoke means custom made. Thank you, professional gentlemen. Thank you. If it like a custom thing. So hand-drawn art is going to become custom. It's not going to become as much of the mainstream, like the generic thing is going to be AI, right? That is true. And let's be honest. Generic is going to be AI, but you can be the higher level. And there's people who appreciate that, right? And there's people who will pay a premium for that. Nezen Skyfire says AI is in the same vein as 3D when it came into the scene for film. Now we can't get away from it. Thanks for the base content, lawyer man. Well articulated for the layman. Much love and keep it coming. Absolutely. The Florida lawman is going to keep it dropping hot. Elwin says making good AI is no joke, by the way. At least from what I know, it involves complicated code and programming. I appreciate beautiful artworks all the same. Yeah, people who do good work on AI, it shows. Otherwise, it turns out like the Gemini AI that produces pictures of our founding fathers that look like Tyrone Washington, right? If you watched the Kier stream earlier, you'll know what we're talking about. Rose Keela says used to be a regular artist years ago. I lost that ability because of an injury. So understand AI hate gave me the ability to create again. See what I mean? What do you say to Rose? What do you say to Rose? What does an artist say to Rose? Oh, screw you. Your interests don't matter. No, you're like, no, that's a valid interest, right? Her use of that is very, very, very important. That's an extremely important use of it, right? That people who aren't capable of doing one can do the other, right? And there can be a space for both to exist, especially if you get talented with it. Copacetic says, as a traditional artist working on physical media, I see no issues with AI. It is simply another tool set. Good AI art will be distinguishable by whether the artist actually understands the fundamentals of art itself. There you go. Vic Rogue says, as somebody with 16 plus years as a musician and years as a content creator with sub 1K, I can tell you this much. Don't ask me about marketing. Hey, Vic. Well, I hope you get your channel up. And you know what, Vic? Shoot me an email. And if you have a channel, like a YouTube channel or something like that, content, maybe I'll throw it in there and promote it real quick on one of my channels. Just shoot me an email. Say it's Vic Rage. Ferocious Kitsu says AI art is like picking up rocks at the beach. Human-made art is like going to a gem shop. Great comparison. And once again, people will pay the premium for a diamond, even though the cost of a diamond is completely artificial. Let's continue.
A whole ass career ahead of you, and you are immediately making enemies before anyone ever heard of you. Also, you're a dumb shit.
I'm sure you mean no harm, but Fillion is pro AI. It's right on her profile. It's a huge disrespect to artists, and I'd like her to be held. I'm assuming she meant held accountable. So yeah, I don't really know what held accountable.
I'm not surprised they can't spell. That's that. I'd like to have her help accountable. I think it was held, but whatever. Okay, it happens. People make typos.
Looks like in this situation. Like, what are you gonna do?
Held accountable? Held accountable? What does that even mean? Tire down, waterboarder. She used AI. The fuck is wrong with you? The fuck is wrong with you? Who the hell are you?
Do to her. But here's the main issue right off the bat. If you have an issue with what Fillion is doing, take it up with Fillion.
Also, don't.
Yeah, that's David Knox says it right here. I mean, AI art is comparable to mass-produced items like shoes or clothes, and then an artist is what's making known as tailored items. That's exactly what my comparison was, David. Is a artisan-made product versus a pretty much factory line, essentially, a digital factory line.
Take it up. Just shut up. She's allowed to do whatever the hell she wants. She's not hurting anybody. Let her do her own thing. No, don't take it up with anyone. Get a life. Oh my God.
Don't go tagging Doki Bird and making it her problem. She's an adult. She can choose who she's collabing with. But
no, she can't. Who gave her agency? Who gave Doki agency? Who allowed her to have agency? If she is not Nijisanji's bitch, she's got to be our bitch, right? No, that's toxic as hell. Once again, that's the radioactive, toxic, parasocial mindset that thinks that Doki Bird is your slave, right? You know, she's not. She's not. She can do what she wants to do. She can collab with what she wants to collab with.
You're making this call out post against really the wrong person in this.
The thing that really bothers me so much is everyone always is calling out Nijisanji for telling their talents what to do, who to collab with, and who not to.
There you
collab
go.
with. And now
Yeah,
finally,
that's the
Doki Bird is free from Nijisanji, and the whole world is once again telling her who to collab with and who she's not allowed to collab with. You are such hypocritical little fuckers, aren't you?
Situation, and also it's just the optics of the situation. Like, really, is this the time you finally want to do this? Is this just coincidentally when Doki Bird has a lot of attention and talking about her?
Yes, it's literally all clout. That's what I said. They'll go after Nijisanji when Niji's famous. They'll go after Doki when Doki's famous. It's all a clout thing.
And they'll go after every single contributor. So they'll go after Rev, they'll go after Nux, they'll go after me, right? So like everybody will come for you. When you, and I'll tell this guys, content creators, especially VTubers, aspiring VTubers, aspiring people, when you are at the top, everybody's going to gun for you. Prepare for that shit, right? Prepare for that shit like it's World War I and you're digging in a trench, right? You're setting up the machine gun, right? Because they're gonna come for you, right? As soon as you achieve something, there's gonna be waves of people trying to throw you back in the mud like crabs in a bucket, right? That's why you just put the crabs in the bucket, they'll pull the other crab down. Don't need to put a lid on it because the other crabs are going to try to get you back in their old crab shit again because you've climbed out of it, right? They're going to try to pull you back. You cannot allow them to take that ground back. You got to hold that ground, baby.
A lot of attention, and nothing says a genuine thread like immediately promoting your own content.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. She immediately self-promotes. Immediately self-promotes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And I could say something a little mean. Now I'm not going to, but like you immediately do that. Come on. Like not even trying to hide the ball. Do you see why I don't mention these people? By the way, if that was me, like these guys made this video, Rev and Nux made this video, but I would actually edit out her information so she couldn't even get clout on that. Right. I actually didn't know they showed that, but I wouldn't even show it. I would like black out her information. Right.
Way after calling someone out, you're saying that they need to be held accountable. You say, whoa, this blew up. Let me promote myself. Literally dead. Skull emoji. I am a skull emoji right now.
In the replies of this call out thread. But anyways, we're seeing a lot of people making some fair responses here. Like this user saying, no need to spark.
No, they white barred over this, but what they didn't white bar over, I'll go back real quick. They didn't white bar over, where is it? When they were showing the art, like right here. See art by, see, there you go, the Instagram. They showed the Instagram. Right? So you can find them that way. See, they white barred this, but they didn't white bar this. See? A little bit of a mistake there, but you know. Not a big one. It's all right.
Need you. No offense, but you are nothing to her. This isn't just like a size thing.
Yeah, they missed it. It's all right. I mean, look, I see they were trying. Like, I get it, but I'm a lawyer. Yeah, I look for details, guys. I'm a lawyer. This is what we do. Lawyers look for shit like that. I'm like, oh, you fucked up there, buddy. You know? I mean, I review hundreds of pages of I used to review bond documents that we're looking over like a bunch. Oh, people say that that's the artist Insta is not her. Well, whatever. Once again, not trying to promote either, right? So people say the artist may be different. Wouldn't promote either one, right? I would just get both.
Gonna do by supporting her. You weren't gonna help her life in literally any way. Oh no! She's not gonna support her. No!
AI needs to be removed from the internet. People are
That's just not gonna happen.
AI. So the take is AI needs to be removed from the internet. Yeah, good luck with that. If your take is AI needs to be removed from the internet, never have I ever heard something so ridiculous, because that shit is never going to happen. It's not going to be removed from the internet. That's completely dumb.
Welcome to reality.
losing jobs over this. it's not just as simple as a controversy. Collabs
By the
are-
way, this is not Rev's take. This is Rev reading the girl's take. So I saw someone say L Rev. This is not, he disagrees with this. Him and Nux are on the same side of this. They both are agreeing with this. So they're united in this belief, right? This is not something where they're in opposition. They're actually agreeing with each other on this.
in extension, networking, and give Fillion more of a platform and in turn the use of AI.
So Dokibird is not allowed to collab with the person she wants because the person she wants is going to get more famous now. And if she's more famous now, her stance on having an AI arts tag is going to make AI become more likely to be used on the internet, and artists are going to lose their jobs. You fucking insane? Are you insane? There's no way that someone actually believes this. Oh my God, bro. You know what you are? You know what you are? I no longer support Doki. You know what you are? You parasites! Just saying. Just saying.
So number one, acting like Fillion is some tiny independent creator who's getting platformed by Dokibird.
Oh no! Fillion, the person with literally millions of subscribers, is gonna get famous now.
Fillion is a huge VTuber. She is already a very established person. And also you can see this guilt by association, okay? You'll no longer be supported if you in any way associate with Fillion. Well, I wonder if people like this pre-debut VTuber have that same energy for other people who have collabed with Fillion in the past, including people like Lena and Shy Lily, people like Merryweather, people like Henya from VShojo.
He's not gonna mention me, that's for sure.
Don't you dare mess with Henya. Don't you dare mess with my girl.
Maybe I have a chance. You goddamn crocodile! Go back to the fucking Florida! Go back to the Florida, you fucking crocodile!
Oh no! Because I'm sure whoever that person is hates me. I don't know who that is, but they hate me. Guaranteed. If they hate Fillion, holy crap, I am on the stake.
Like, oh, I don't know, almost the entire VTubing scene, because only a few months ago, she hosted one of the biggest VTuber award ceremonies of all time, where dozens, if not hundreds of VTubers participated in this event. Are you going to cancel and make call-out threads on every single person?
No, she's not. She's only going to make call-out threads on the famous people because she wants to suck some clout out of her virtue signaling, grandstanding, clout-chasing ass. You know why?
That was good.
Parasites! That's why.
Oh.
That's why.
Who either collaborated with her directly or participated in this VTuber award ceremony? I highly doubt it. But anyways, you can see more of this sort of guilt by association here, where people are saying, you know, where is she even endorsing AI? She's just collabing with her. And the VTuber says, okay, I'm not talking about Doki here, but if she was aware of the extent that Fillion uses AI, she would most likely not give Fillion more of a platform.
Dude, I'm telling you, people.
Well, I see, one of the reasons I know things are going bad and how things are going stupid is whenever they talk about platforming, right, or deplatforming, that is very, very specific language, and it's bullshit, right? Allowing somebody you want to speak on your show, like, that's your choice, right? You're allowed to do that. This whole, okay, you're giving them a platform, right? It's such an asinine conversation, and it's so antithetical to free speech. It's actually, to me, very disgusting. And that maybe I'm a little bit biased towards free speech as an American. I acknowledge that I have a bias towards free speech, but frankly, if my big bias is towards free speech, I can own and accept that, right? Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with my bias being towards free speech. That's something I can die on.
One
How do
thing
you
in their
know that?
mind. People have one thing in their mind. All right, AI bad, and now anyone that uses AI, literally Hitler too. Like.
Hitler waifus. Anytime there's a Hitler waifu, it just kills me. Oh my God. I can't even handle it. Hold on. Louis Skur says, will the U.S. Copyright Office maintain that AI works are not copyrightable? That decision will have a huge impact on AI in the future. I think the AI decisions are going to flip, Willie, because here's what's going to happen it's going to become so proliferated as to be a common tool employed by everybody. When it becomes a common tool employed by everybody, it's going to become copyrightable, right? Which is going to be insane. There's going to be a lot of issues with that. The way copyright law works will change. Look, it's changed already with software. Software was a huge update to the way that you conceptualize copyright, right? AI is going to change things again. These things are going to keep changing, right? The law cannot remain static. And you need lawyers that are thinking critically, not just about the way the law is, but how it needs to work in the future. Because if it's not working, you need somebody who knows how to fucking fix it. And the problem is that a lot of people get focused on, well, it's been done this way for 200 years. Well, 200 years ago, people were still dying of dysentery on the Oregon Trail, right? That doesn't mean we have to do things the same way. We can actually update things, today. We can change the laws. We can update the laws. We can update the regulations, right? And that's what I like to see people do and think critically, not just to think, okay, well, it's always been this way, therefore it should stay this way. No, times are being a change. Kevin P says, this reminds me a little bit of the Coco situation. She graduates and people that followed her after Kadon, after Vichojo started attacking her about that, they wanted her to be indie forever. Yeah, and once again, trying to control somebody. If they don't want to do that, why are you trying to force them to be that? Kappa Malfa says AI art has the same face unless it is trained on a specific style. So as long as it's not stealing material that's going to exist and it requires color and graphic theory to stand out, both can exist. See, there you go. Jurgen says millions lost their jobs with steam power too in cars and assembly lines. Heck, think of it, all the poor plague doctors after penicillin. How about all the people that were doing horseshoes, right? Like imagine that when cars came out, all the horseshoe people. Right? How about the lamp lighters? Remember, there used to be literal lamp lighters. That was a job. There was also a job of people that would knock on your door to wake you up for work. Right? I'm not kidding. They would actually go around sometimes with pea shooters where they'd shoot out little rocks. They would like shoot them at your window till you woke up. Like, how about those guys, right? When they invented a clock. It's like, yes, there's going to be constantly jobs that are going in, going out, going up. Obviously there's rotating. There's new jobs that are created. That's just the world. Right? That's how things are. Zalfried says AI hate is such a bad take. Basically, if you're a Google search or Google Maps function using AI, you're an AI user, so stop hitting on it. Yep. As a streamer and hopefully a VTuber, I get bombarded by bot accounts, even in my own streams, for commissions for either V2 models, graphics, or remotes. That's very annoying, anime guy. Very freaking annoying. Turkey Slaw says, I'm not a lawyer, but I look for such mistakes. Teachers tend to do that. Also, I think engineers are pretty good about spotting mistakes like that. And it sucks because I don't want those people. Yeah, the spammers and the bots, nobody wants those guys. Let's continue.
Get a life.
Are you going to speak on behalf of Dokibird in this situation? Do you know what she thinks?
Probably. Probably. She listen, Dokibird was a victim of a lot of shit. It's that weird victimhood mentality that persists throughout Twitter. So a victim must equal successful human being and moral Jesus.
She's a grown.
It's a little bit of a political comment for me, but I'm getting what he's putting down, and I'm throwing that down too. That like, look, as a life philosophy, I don't think it's very fulfilling for you to look to victimhood as your chief thing to achieve in life. If your sole goal in life is to be the biggest victim ever, you're going to be a very unhappy person. You're going to be chasing unhappiness your entire life. That is a miserable existence. If that is your 100%, your goal, right? That's why people are unhappy. You chase that, right? Because fundamentally, it's a state of mind of perpetual unhappiness.
Adult, she has her own thoughts, and she doesn't need someone like you deciding what she thinks or assuming what she thinks. It's a very weird thing to say. But going on, talking about another subject here, and that is this VTuber demanding apologies, not only from Fillion, but also Dokibird. So addressing this whole situation, well, first of all, in a way, shaming Connor for getting raided by Fillion.
I also love how like she's taking upon herself to speak for the entire Black community, right? Like, and I don't know. Look, I don't know any demographic information of this Twitter user, but I'm just gonna put like a bet in Vegas that they don't even they're not even part of said community, and they're trying to ask for atonement on behalf of said community. It's very weird. Once again, this sort of behavior, it leads to problems because they're just creating issues here. This isn't solving anything.
Dead take in the world. Who the frick is this going off?
And yes, by the way, I agree. I don't think anybody speaks for an entire demographic. That's ridiculous, right? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous to try to speak for every single person, right? You're not the Lorax, right? You're not speaking for the trees.
But she addresses the George Floyd comments. So she says this: sorry to add more to this. Fillion did make an insensitive comment about George Floyd. I'm not educated enough on this topic to speak about it in full.
If you're not educated, first of all, then you shouldn't have said anything. Second of all, what the fuck does that mean you're not educated to speak on that in full? If you're not educated enough to speak about that
Then
in
shut
full,
up.
then you're brain dead. My
Yeah.
God, dude, never thought I'd agree with Rev this hard in a video.
I'm aware if she did already apologize for this or not. If she never, the black community definitely deserves one.
What? This is like brain rot in a nutshell. Oh my God. This is why I'm not on Twitter anymore.
I'm not going to speak on behalf of anyone in the situation, but I will say she needs to apologize about it. Absolutely insane. But it wasn't just Fillion who needs to apologize. It's also Doki Bird. So this user says, complain to Fillion, not Doki. This comes off as drama baiting, where the VTuber responds, Doki should be held accountable if she gives a user of AI art a platform.
This should be held accountable bullshit. Anyone that says that, I just run away. I don't want to hear from that. Oh my Lord. How could someone be this brain? I'm telling you, they see views on Twitter and they're just like, oh.
As simple as canceling the collab and speaking to Fillion herself about the issues of AI.
I cannot believe she would collab with somebody that has their shirt come down to below the collarbone. She should have canceled the collab and explained to her why she should believe in her Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I cannot believe she wouldn't do such a thing. I'm not saying Doki should be canceled for this. A simple apology. What, Doki Bird is supposed to apologize? Oh my God, dude. Actual brain damage.
I'm definitely not saying Doki should even be canceled for this. A simple apology would do. Yes, demanding that Doki Bird apologizes. The audacity of someone in this situation who is a pre-debut VTuber demanding that Doki Bird.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Kneel before me, my irrelevant self. You must kneel before me and apologize, right? And by the way, that's what all those sort of people demand, right? They'll never be happy until you kneel and say they were right. Which, are you serious? What the hell are they apologizing for? It's ridiculous. Linmar says, I used to be a leftist up to 5 years ago, but now they betray my core values, so I've shifted sides now. Is it me, or has the world never been so hateful, racist as it is now because of pushing their narratives onto us? I think the clash of the narratives has never been more clear, because the division in the camps is kind of more solidifying, because it's really turned into a you're either with us or against this thing. And look, I can have very reasonable disagreements with people on policy issues, right? I can have issues where you might be able to convince me of something that is slightly more collectivist than individualist. Particularly living in Asia, there's a wisdom to some level of collectivism, right? There's a lot of benefits to it. You can talk about pros and cons for a whole nother stream, right? That's very much a separate stream of caring about society, caring about larger groups, particularly your tribe, right? There's values to that. There's real values to that. And we can debate those issue by issue by issue. But you know, when people like this come out and they demand like carte blanche, apologies for something that is a perceived slight, come on. I mean, that's way too far. Legal Mindset, do a live stream with a dancing AI paid a potato for 5K likes. Do it for the potato. Huh? I mean, sorry, but like, seriously.
What the fuck?
Iggins01 says, you either adapt and implement new technology in your business, or you get left behind. It happens in every industry. An artist got mad at me for that. No, look, I'm sorry. Now I'm willing to be nice. I'm willing to say, look, we should help people retrain. We should help people get new jobs. We should, help people learn. But like, that's what just happens. I'm sorry. It's like you're getting mad that like the wolf eats the deer or whatever, or eats the rabbit, right? It's like, that's the circle of life, baby. Do we need to play like the Lion King and kind of cue that up? I mean, it is what it is.
Profit, but if this person ends up with like a successful streaming career, I will eat my ass. I will eat my own ass on camera.
I'm going to hold him to that. That's a legally binding contract. He made an oral contract with the audience, so I'm going to enforce that.
Makes an apology for collabing with someone who has an AI art tag. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Damn.
And also we see other users talking about this subject. This user quoting Doki saying, "God damn, this is kind of disappointing to see, especially since..."
Yes, he made an oral contract regarding eating his ass.
Doki is an artist herself and prides herself on supporting artists, and Fillion is a big AI art supporter and also problematic in many ways. So the notion that Dokibird doesn't support artists is absolutely revolting, especially when
that's insane. Dokibird spent $200,000 on artist stuff over the last year. Like the actual brain rot is like you can.
I see what entertains the chat, and you know what?
Disgusting.
Shame on you, chat. Shame on you.
Smell it from here.
Her only evidence is that she had a one-time collab with Fillion. We all know that Dokibird cares deeply about artists. I mean, this was a post made only hours after that one.
Doki is like such a artist simp in a good way, right? She like really loves artists. She gives her money to them when they weren't paid by Nijisanji, right? Like she's clearly very pro artist. Like that's one thing of all of this that's true, right? She obviously doesn't have a bad intent with supporting artists and creators. So yeah.
Collab with Fillion, promoting a charity auction that is going to be in collaboration with artists and content creators. And now, knowing everything that happened in the public information about her termination from Nijisanji, we know that one of the reasons she was terminated
is because she tried so hard to support artists. I'm telling you, the Twitter people aren't real. Twitter people aren't real. They're not real people.
Because she wanted to give artists who participated in an art contest for Selene out-of-pocket money. She wanted to give them her own money to compensate them for their efforts in the art competition. And one of the reasons she got in trouble with Nijisanji was that she didn't want to take no for an answer because Nijisanji said no, and she went ahead and did it anyways and compensated these artists for their time and money. To imply she doesn't care about artists is ridiculous.
It's clout for it's literally just for clout.
Absolutely offensive. And also on the subject of good things Doki's doing.
Look at that. And actually
now over 30.
This is actually outdated. Like this is an outdated video here. So if you look at her YouTube, Doki is actually beyond that. So right now, Doki is almost at 650 subs. So she's freaking killing it. But in addition, so she's at 636K subs. So she's going to get to 650, no problem. But if you look at her fundraiser, she's at 40,971 of 50K. Awesome. That is freaking awesome. So she's raised so much money for mental health at this point. It's really, really inspiring. And she's still got 5 days left, right? And she's still got 5 days left. So good on her. Really good. Super awesome. And that's a positive thing, right? It's a net positive. It's a societal positive that she's had that benefit.
$30,000 for mental health support.
So now 40.
I ask a lot of these people, flaming Dokibird and even flaming Fillion, what have you done to make anything better in this situation, to support artists, to support people? Because I would lay off of someone like Dokibird for a simple collab with someone like Fillion when she's doing a lot of good things and has a lot bigger things to worry about.
Also, Fillion's a good person.
Yeah, so I'm gonna drop that here. That's actually near where it ends, but that's the good point. Is that look, she's raising money for mental health. What the f- are you doing, right? You're out here as a pre-debut VTuber, spurging out, creating issues, creating essentially drama for nothing, for absolutely nothing. and trying to silence people's free speech. It's not a good thing. It's not a good way to go. And how that dovetails with the list is, I think the people that are making that list, that made that bandwagon list, right, which has now been updated to the bandwagons list, which is way more based and way more legal mindset pilled because it has a smashing the like and subscribing to legal mindset in it. Now, much better than the original. The bandwagons list is much better than the bandwagon list. Just gotta say, much better than this. But that said, really appreciate that guy's making this more funny. But that said, both the people that created that list and that person, that VTuber that's trying to farm clout, they're just not thinking about this critically, and they're causing ultimately more division and more problems than it's worth. So very good video. Much love for both Rev and Nux, who actually agree on that issue. And I really respected that. And honestly, that's something very positive about the VTuber community, is they can come together like that. Don't see that very often outside of this community. So I want to say a little bit of love for the community as a whole. You should look up Eating Mike Tyson's ass running. I thought I did on the clip stream. Pretty sure I did, bro. Stephen Kennicott said, and I've got 2 videos to play here on the way out. Stephen Kennicott says there's a big difference between a software engineer and the artist AI use. All the programs, myself included, are like, sweet, I can do more with less. Yes, because you're using it in a utilitarian way. You're using it with a function. So yeah, you're loving it, right? Arrow Boy says, does his avatar even have an ass to eat?
Disgusting.
Yeah. Patrick Henry says, I speak for an entire demographic. Retards and non-spellers unite. Exactly. Thank you so much, Patrick, for the 20 Legal Mindset memberships. Appreciate it for supporting it and for being such a good supporter of me for so long. Appreciate it, brother. And then last, Nino the Cryptid says for PLN 25, the biggest issue with AI is the fact it was trained on copyright images. That's why so many artists are mad, especially people in the style of the Trina art. Well, that's why Disney got salty. Do you guys remember where all those Pixar, Disney animations, all those fake movies that were coming out? I mean, shit. There were some of those that were just wild. Those fake Disney Pixar movies were really wild. Go Gusta, premium game member. Thank you so much. Welcome to the BLM. Go Gusta. Appreciate you. Got access to the emojis, members only chats, and also members only streams. Appreciate you. All right, now let me play this clip here. Yuki Violetta. What is it? The plans for Yuki Violetta have been leaked. Let's play this. This is a request from earlier from a super chat.
We'll do the rest of the mods real fast. Oh shit. Whoops, that's wrong. Do not look at that. That's awkward. Oh Jesus.
Never mind,
Oh
never mind
Jesus
that.
Christ.
Never mind that.
Oh my God. This is still in the works, guys. This is not ready.
Work in progress.
This is not ready. This is not ready. That is. Do not look at that yet.
I think there must be some kind of problem.
That is something else. That is something else. That is not a part of the stream. Men in Black, guys. Can we get a Men in Black on that? Please. What the fuck was that shit? Well, I know what it is. It's just not ready yet. It's just not ready. But it will be. It will be. It will be ready. Okay, the next mod to win a prize.
That was pretty good. Appreciate that one. Definitely great for Yuki there. Also, let's get to Einhander says Dyslexic Unite. Hey-oh. And Multi-Abyss says this all happened on Black History Month. I want to be on their list too, please. I know they're watching. There we go. Hey, guys, I'm glad all of you watched. We're going to watch The Sinking Yacht, and that's going to be kind of our little outro here today. So please stick around to see that on the way out. That's 2 minutes long, so we're going to watch that at the end here. I am going to be back tomorrow at around, the evening time, a little bit earlier, probably 10 a.m. Eastern or 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Around that time, we're going to be doing a chill anime stream, just talking about anime in general. Maybe I will talk a little bit about gaming, but I want to talk about you guys, some of your favorite animes, some things that inspired me, some really cool things about anime, what's changed over time. So we're just going to be doing a chill stream. I usually do these regularly, but I've been meaning to do one. So that's going to come tomorrow night. Just really chill, really relaxed, like anime and chill. So it won't have to do much with VTubing, although we may get into it anyways. But just go over to my channel. Have that. You'll see those coming up. The live will come up tomorrow. I'll post it on Twitter, also post it on Locals. Also, I want to give a real quick shout out to Ben SC on my Locals, who tipped me $5, and he said, this is the rebate. He said, this is the rebate for me getting demonetized. So thank you, Ben SC, for that. Appreciate you and appreciate my Locals community. You guys are absolutely great. All right. So without further ado, let's watch The Sinking Yacht with Nijisanji.
Have you ever seen a rainbow so black and white? It's not what it seems when they say everything's alright. Sign all the papers, you'll have your career. Debut, it's your time to shine, now watch me disappear. May I do squeeze, wait a month, I'll ask the higher-ups. Meanwhile, here's a leash, get it on and let me take you up the stairs of the ship. Wrap it all my play buttons while we drink champagne. Live life like there's no other. While you get the tip of something I have. And before you want to swim, well, I'm a super cheesy coffee. It's all for you, it's just especially for me. It's like in my floor right now. Everyone knows that we just started it somehow. Expectations were so high. See, now I'm so incredible, the sinking yacht. Papers shown in timelines every other week. Some may dig up their diplomas, so to speak. Who's it beyond that might or burners of the month? I'm sorry it'll take time to give you the rest of the minimum. If there's a problem, it's not our fault, it's theirs. It's not suspension, it's a break for your fans. So let's make a bit of a document. The way I've been is only justified. And when you read one over, when you stay, I won't let you say the word. You will not know. You're just starting it somehow. Expectations were so high. See, so I can like you will do the same thing. Sinking yacht.
All right, real quick, we got Rabbit Sunny. Kidding, welcome as a member. Einhander, I realized it was dyslexic untie. You got me, bro. And last, Nicolo says, wouldn't the images using AI training be defended under fair use, as Google was willing to win fair use to make books searchable online? They would make a fair use defense. Whether they would win, well, that's a question for another time. As that, I'll leave you on this as the real outro.
Maybe I have a chance.